If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. And make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the live. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing whatever we want because it's Friday night boxing talk. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live tonight. So what's going on, everybody in the building? Give some time to some people to pull up in here. Well, what y'all got going on? How has the week been? What interesting topics in boxing? And plus, I kind of been going live throughout the week, so it's not like I have like a whole week worth of stuff that just been built up that I want to talk about. And it was Christmas, so things was kind of slow. And people really, for some reason, been obsessed with Devin Haney and his fiance and that situation they got going on. So it's been a lot of people talking about that. And I'm just like, I really don't care about that for real. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Dev just being young, rich, and famous. And it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. It's not the world not about to end. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But what do y'all think about an interesting topic that has been going around is Usyk is not an all-time great. What do y'all think about that? Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents about that. Because when I think about it, I could see I could see why people will feel like that either way. Like I could see why you might say, oh, well, he's not an all-time great. And then I could see where you could be like, oh, he is an all-time great. But you really can't overlook the fact that he literally went around country to country snatching belts. Like, who else? Like, who does that? He got gold medals in the, you know what I'm saying, the Olympics. Then he went country to country snatching these belts. Then he moved up to heavyweight, beat Joshua, beat Dubois, however you say his name, beat Fury. And that's really the run. I think people really having a problem with his heavyweight run, but I'm like, I mean, he really came from, I get it. Like, I understand the argument, but then it's like he really came from cruiserweight. Like, the best heavyweight we have right now is a cruiserweight. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Let's see who we got in the building. We got Todd Drakeford in the building. What's going on, Todd Drakeford? Big Bob Gunn in the building. What's up, Big Bob? Smooth Criminal in the building. We got Wendy City Assassin. What's going on? All things. What up? VA Money Group. What up, VA Money Group? He's saying Dango went country to country snatching belts. Okay. On Dango went country to country snatching belts. But how many belts did Ndango have when Terence Crawford fought? But was Ndango 2 times undisputed? So he went country to country snatching belts, or he went country to country and got 2 belts? I mean, it's different when you went country to country to get all of them. I'm sure you would agree with that. But I don't know. I think it's an interesting debate. I like to listen to both sides. I really don't. I mean, would I say Fury is an all-time great? I like Fury. I mean, not Fury. Usyk. And that's another thing. Like, dude, you be Tyson Fury, and now you are all-time great. So I get it with the accolades, 2-time undisputed, all-time great. But y'all want to throw it in there that he was beating guys 50, 60 pounds heavier than him isn't attributed to his greatness. But y'all don't give Wilder no credit for beating guys 50, 60, 70 pounds heavier than him. What about Mike Tyson? Like, he ain't the Usyk is not the only guy to be beating people 50, 60 pounds heavier than him. Deontay Wilder could have fought in cruiserweight and went down there and knocked everybody out if he wanted to. But that's I digress. My point is, the issue, I believe, is his heavyweight run. And people want to kind of discredit that. They want to say he really lost to the boys. He got the, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no low blow. They want to throw that in there. I think he should rematch the boys. What y'all think? Y'all think he should rematch them? I think they should rematch. Because it was a controversial win for Usyk. He can rematch him, get a big payday, keep it moving. He'll probably beat him, most likely. I mean, we're not finna sit here and act like Dubois is just this beast because he knocked out Anthony Joshua that was in the ring with his hands down, lunging forward, just doing all, like, what, I don't know what Anthony Joshua was doing that fight. VA Money Group wants Zhilei Zhang versus Usyk. Why would Usyk fight Zhilei Zhang? I don't understand. And I mean, Zhilei Zhang is big, but let's be honest, he really ain't got no stamina like that. Like, what he gonna do with Usyk in and out? You know what I'm saying? Moving around like that. We're gonna be tired after 3 rounds. And he's slow. Zhang is slow. Y'all act like I don't know. I mean, I guess it'll be a good fight because he's so big. But I think as a skill matchup, it's gonna be a no for me. I'm about to drop the link early today because I've been going live all week, so I just ain't got no. If you missed me all week, go back, check out the holiday edition lives. We was going in. We was having a good time. They go to the link if anybody want to hop up and just have a conversation about boxing. So let me know in the chat. Is Usyk an all-time great? If Terrence Crawford is an all-time great, why Usyk not an all-time great? Is Lomachenko an all-time great? Like who is all-time great to y'all right now? Is Inoue an all-time great? What makes you an all-time great? Is it accolades? What is it? What is it? VA Money Group say, no, Usyk is not an all-time great. Loma not an all-time great. We don't know what we do. And that's what I'm saying. Inoue is not an all-time great. So according to VA Money Group, nobody currently on their pound for pound list is an all-time great. What about Canelo? What makes you an all-time great? Is it the accolades? Or do you have to do enough? What makes you an all-time great? Canelo definitely an all-time great. Can we call them an all-time great during their career? Apparently you get to a point in your career to where you're already an all-time great, so you can kind of like slow down on what you're doing. Once you reach that pinnacle where you are all-time great, then you get to like kind of coast through in boxing. I think that's the only sport where you get to do that. A lot of people believe once you reach that status, you get to coast through. Another big thing was the cancellation of Tank fight. It was a whole big uproar, whole big deal. We ran down the PBC ain't got no money street. The boys just started sprinting down the PBC ain't got no money street. Tank put that post up, the fight effing cancel. People put their track shoes, they pew straight down the PBC ain't got no money street. Only to find out the fight not even really canceled. VA Money Group say Adrian Broner is now an all-time great. Hey, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think a lot of people, this is my thing about Adrian Broner. A lot of people, I feel like, seen Adrian Broner's potential. And so they had really, really, really high expectations of Adrian Broner. And your star power, your skill, all of that, it shined so bright that the things that you did, it overshadowed that because people was expecting you to do so much more. You know what I'm saying? Like, people was expecting you to be like a baby Mayweather, but sometimes an athlete talent takes them to a place where their character can't keep them. And it's unfortunate, but It is what it is. And you see, and oddly enough, you see that a lot in boxing. Like you see these fighters have all this skill, but they got this going on behind the scenes. They got these habits. And even if once they reach high pinnacles, you just kind of see them and be like, man, they could have went so much further if they just could have got it together. But that's just life. That's just life. And boxing is one of those sports that you have to consider your lifestyle. I mean, of course, all sports you should have to consider your lifestyle, but boxing is one of those sports where it's like everything matters. You know what I'm saying? Everything matters. You can get away with being in the NFL and eating bad. I mean, you can get away with that. Could you be a better athlete, faster, stronger? Woo, woo, woo. Of course you could, but you could still get away with it. You can get away with being an football player and drinking and all of that. Could you be better? Of course. And you can get away with it in boxing too, but only for so long. Only for so long before it catches up to you and starts to affect you in your career because of how much you need your body and how much you need your mind in boxing. So slogan one, Lee Jackson, what's going on? So that's my thing with Adrian Broner. Like I think people expected so much more out of him, and he just wasn't mature enough to deliver it, or he just reached his peak. It is what it is. Edward Morris in the building. What's going on? But we'll see. So far as I know, the fight is still on. If y'all have heard anything different, let me know. Tickets is selling. It's crazy that people are buying tickets to a fight that nobody want to see. So I'm starting to wonder who is nobody. Who is nobody? All these nobodies buying these tickets. Who are these people? I thought nobody wanted to see the fight. So I'm just curious what boxing is going to look like next year in 2025. I'm excited to see it. We got Coach Eddie in the building.
Salute, 2 cents. Good evening. So you doing your show. That's good.
What's good with your 2 cents? What you got for the shit? Oh, I hear echo.
Hold on. You still hear echo? That better.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I hear myself echo.
Dang, that's crazy. Hold on. I might have to come back in.
Hello. Oh yeah. Come back in.
All right.
Adrian Broner didn't become what I thought he would be. VA Money Group say, what did you think he would be? I'm telling you, VA Money Group, people thought he was going to be like a little baby Mayweather. 4-weight division champion, I get it. But people thought he was about to be a babe. I'm talking about pay-per-view star, selling out. That's the expectation people had of Adrian Broner. Loma gets to lose all his step-up fights, but AB is a disappointment. VA Money Group, I'm glad you saying Loma lost all his step-up fights. I say that all the time, and people be trying to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, why y'all always keep mentioning and bringing up Loma name like he just the greatest thing at 35 when he lost all his big fights at 35? Please tell me if I'm tripping. He lost all his big fights at 35, but yet y'all want to keep bringing up Loma name and throwing Loma name out there like what? Like what? I don't understand it. But what's up, Coach Eddie? What you got?
Hey, what's up? I know you talk. I heard you talking about my main man, AB, man. Hey, when AB first came out, I was an AB fan. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna lie, man. I like, he was a very entertaining fighter. You know what I'm saying? The press conferences was always funny. The interviews at the end of the fight, was always funny. He was entertaining. I think AB, he lost for all the wrong reasons. It's like he lost his focus. You know what I'm saying? He started looking at the money. He kind of put the carriage before the horse, so to speak. And most of the time, you go back through history, once these boxers start hanging out with rappers, it's when they start losing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go back and say
he went on his whole tour with his own.
Yeah. tripping, man. Yeah, yeah. I think that when he started, popping pills, doing lean, drinking, and all that stuff, man, that stuff you can't do that stuff. And then like the Maidana fight, that fight buried her. It buried AB. He was never
And
the
that's
same
AB
after that.
best fight. But this the thing, I didn't really realize AB really ain't had no business fighting Maidana for real. He was too small. And I heard AB say in the interview, like, he didn't have anybody guiding his career. And I'm like, you really ain't had nobody guiding your career, you just wasn't listening. Because I feel like for a moment in time, Mayweather was trying to help, put him in the right position and guide his career, but he didn't want to listen.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I think they messed up with Mayweather. I mean, somebody just came in the house.
We got NHA on the panel. What up, NHA?
Good coach.
What you say, Coach?
Yeah, I said like with AB, I think one mistake that they made that Floyd didn't make is they let Marcos Maidana wear those Mexican MX gloves. Them the
Yep.
same gloves that he beat breaks off of AB with.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't think them glove choice makes a difference. I'm telling them.
You can
Mexican,
tell by how he would. You can
Oh.
tell by how he was responding to those punches. Like, I feel like you can tell when somebody is like don't got a lot of padding and stuff in their gloves, because you can tell how the people respond to the punches.
But the thing about it, you got to blame that junk on the commissioners, because the commission is the one who even said every last glove.
The commission don't check nothing.
No, I'm saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that brand of gloves shouldn't be legal. Period. You could order a pair of MX gloves. They can send them right to your house, and when you put your hand in them, it's not going to have any padding on the knuckle. Period. You don't have to manipulate them at all. That's how they're made. They're made like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they shouldn't be, used in the boxing matches. But the gloves aren't there to protect the fighter. The gloves are there to protect your hands. You know what I'm saying? They can care less about the fighters. A lot of people think the gloves are there to protect the hand. Like Floyd, he always liked Grant gloves because they were big, and they protect his hand because he had brittle hands. A lot of guys like Cleto Reyes gloves, those known as puncher's gloves. Yeah, but like I say with Brawner, I think he tried to emulate Floyd a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Brawner messed up so much money. That's another thing he did. Messed his bread up trying to keep up with Floyd. You try to keep up with Floyd, you're gonna go broke. Because Floyd money is long, and your money ain't that long. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd, not on that, Floyd surrounded himself with smart people. Guys like Al Heyman, who made him, make good business investments and stuff like that.
He surrounded himself with those people. He ain't want to listen. He close with Al. He obviously ain't want to listen.
Are you right?
What's up, NHA? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Cooking on AB, yeah. AB was he was still kind of like one foot in the boxing and the other foot still out in the street partying. I mean, people could say he tried to emulate Floyd's lifestyle, but he didn't have the discipline nor the the money to be spending like Floyd spends. That's right off the jump. But it's sad because I really like JB a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was an asset to boxing. Just his personality alone.
Mm-hmm.
The man still, right now he can do much, but he's a classic example of motherfucker took how many losses and he's still able to put ass in the seats, and that's all due to his personality. It's a shame that the man's still young, but he's in a situation where he's at this point we just gotta pray that he's his health is good and his mental state is good. And fuck boxing, same thing, but
we got Big Supreme in the building. What's going on, Big Supreme? Yeah, but so what you think about Coach Eddie? Did you come up here and cook on this already? Is Usyk an all-time great?
Oh no, I didn't. No, I ain't saying nothing about it. To me, all-time great. What, all-time great fighter or all-time great heavyweight? Which one? Which one you talking about?
That's a good question. I just keep hearing he is an all-time great. He not an all-time great. I haven't heard it specified like that.
Yeah,
Fighter or
to me, all time great heavyweight. I'm gonna say no. All time great fighter. I mean, based on his accolades and his accomplishments, I guess you can make an argument there because a lot of times that's what we base our criteria on is the championships. I mean, being undisputed in two divisions. I mean that's saying something. And not only that, in the heavyweight division on top of that's hard to do. So you gotta give him credit for what he did. He only has 23 fights. I mean, and then I think a lot of times we pick and choose when we want to give people credit for their amateur careers. If we like the fighter, we'll give him credit for the amateur career. If we don't like the fighter, then we won't give him credit for the amateur career. I mean, Carissa Shields, she's always bringing up her amateur career all the time. So, I mean, so which one is it? So do we give him credit for what he done as an amateur also? So I mean, yeah, I think he's all time great. I mean, I don't know if he'd be top 10, top 20, whatever, but he's in the discussion as far as being an all time great heavyweight. I don't think he doesn't have enough fights at heavyweight to say that he is an all time great heavyweight. But I mean, he definitely he's a good fighter though. I can't take that from him.
If we're going by accomplishment, he's definitely, he's got to be considered all time. I'll put an asterisk to it. All time great for this generation, if that's even a thing. I mean, we can't, like I said, we can't fault him for the, generation we fought him. The man's undisputed in two weight classes. We beat the man who beat the man.
but see,
But
that's like I get both sides of the argument, but I just start to feel like that's where things like the accolades, I feel like that's where things can be skewed and manipulated, right? Because you could say somebody, like, just for an example, I'm not gonna mention nobody. You could say somebody is an all-time great or they got all these accolades and did that. But when you sit down and really just analyze it, sometimes you be like, okay, well, two of these belts was a vacant and this was it is. Like, it's not like y'all really just going through the gauntlet and the fire to get these championships sometimes. Like, it's so political, and sometimes you
Right.
got promotional companies moving strings, you got sanctioning bodies moving strings and putting certain things in place that it just kind of get like, I mean, yeah, you got those accolades, but I can't you can't just go off of that. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of get people's argument about him at heavyweight, because how many fights he had at heavyweight, and then who did he fight at heavyweight? But then you got to kind of backdoor and be like, well, who's at heavyweight?
Yeah.
exactly.
Who would you have wanted him to see fight? Like, what does he need to do? So it's like I get both sides of the argument. It's just weird.
Now you know what you're right. A lot of times it's perception because we can comb through everybody's resume. We can comb through Canelo's resume. Canelo pounced on those 168-pound belts, but he didn't beat the man, the best super middleweight. He didn't beat him, in my opinion, which is David Benavidez. He was an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't run through no gauntlet. He didn't fight, like you said, he didn't fight the best in the division. To me, Canelo just beat guys that were belt holders. They just had a belt and he bought their belts. And like I say, and who you fight does matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can do it. You can nitpick everybody's resume. You can look at what Fury did. You know what I'm saying? You can look at what Wilder did. They talking about, well, he had 10 title defenses, but who did he defend them against? You know what I'm saying? You can do that with AJ. You can do it with all these guys. You can nitpick their careers and you can see who they fought, when they fought. I mean, even look at when AJ fought Charles Martin. I mean, Charles Martin wasn't no great champion. Charles Martin got that belt off the default. You know what I'm saying? I think the dude had got injured or something, and he got a no contest or something like that. That's how Charles Martin winded up with the belt. But AJ was over there, went over there and knocked him out. It was easy work for AJ. What, two round knockout? It was easy. You know what I'm saying? So everything you said does make sense. It ain't like these guys like back in the day when you had champions and you had challengers and you was actually fighting all guys that were really, really legitimately in the top 10, not just placed in the top 10 just because their promoter said, hey, look, I want you to put my guy in the top 10. I mean, a lot of these guys they really like Lennox Lewis. To me, he's the best heavyweight probably since the 90s. Lennox Lewis' resume is impeccable. And I didn't really think much of Lennox Lewis out, so I went back and watched a documentary just called Lennox the Lion, and I just really seen all the tough fighters that he fought. He fought guys like Carl the Truth Williams, freaking Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, Shannon Briggs. All these guys were dangerous guys. Lennox Lewis literally fought everybody except Riddick Bowe, and Riddick Bowe didn't want to smoke with Lennox. But Lennox fought everybody in the heavyweight division. He didn't turn out nobody. Fought Frank Bruno. I mean, he fought everybody. Lennox is the best heavyweight.
And I don't
of this
think Usyk has
generation.
had that many. I don't think Usyk has even had that many fights at heavyweight. Shout out Big Supreme. We got Boxing Supreme on the channel. Big Supreme, you there? Hello.
Primo.
Yeah, I'm here 2 cents. I'm talking a second though.
Okay, I thought you was gonna add some. But yeah, like I said, I think Lennox, man, in my opinion, Lennox is probably the best heavyweight in probably at least the past 30 years. You know, I know time is moving on, so it's 2025. Past 30 years, I don't see nobody even coming close to what Lennox did. I think Lennox was the man over the past 30 years, probably.
Okay, how many likes I got? Y'all make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button to help support the channel. And be sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents or click the link right there in the chat. I need to pin it to the top of the chat. Be sure to help support the channel by sending cash apps or super chats. Let me get it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. There's the cash app scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Anybody interested in supporting the channel, or you could just drop a super chat. But I don't know. I just think, like, we got to be honest. Like, ever since Wilder lost, in my opinion, like the heavyweight division it ain't really been the same like that, because it's not like these fighters are beating these fighters and then using that momentum and then just going to fight another tough fight or things like that. Like, it's not happening. I mean, I guess you could say Terrence Crawford went to go fight another tough fight in Madrimov, but nobody really knew what to expect from that fight. Nobody really knew who Madrimov was. He only had 11 fights and all this stuff. Nobody really knew what to expect. And then what did Tyson Fury really do after he beat Wilder? Like, it's not like they take the momentum and keep it exciting. Or am I tripping?
Nah, you right. I think those guys both made their claim to fame beating each other, man. You know, it's kind of like Ali and Frazier. You know, that's their claim to fame. Their legacy will always be attached to each other. Now, as far as right now, Daniel Dubois seemed like, to me, he seems to be an emerging star in the heavyweight division. You know, he's on a four win streak. He's winning fights he's not supposed to win, first of all, which is, you know, he's supposed to lose to Big Baby, if he's always an underdog, and he's finding ways to win these fights. And he's a young guy. And the thing about Daniel Dubois, he's young, he's confident, and he's got power in both hands. He does. I mean, everything that this guy throws is hard. He reminds me of a big Ray Mercer, a bigger version of Ray Mercer, if that makes sense. Ray Mercer was a very underrated heavyweight, but Ray Mercer was a nightmare.
Man, Dubois got no defense, and he is getting stopped. Joshua almost stopped him. Joshua almost stopped him for real. They heavyweight, they all big punchers.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, hey, Daniel Dubois, he's letting his hands go. I would say, to me, he's a two-fisted fighter. And a lot of time with the heavyweight, you're not going to see the type of defense like a Shakur Stevenson, like a Floyd Mayweather. You're not going to see that type of defense in the heavyweight division. I mean, guys that had really good defense, a guy like Ali, you know, he's a good defensive fighter. You know, a guy like Ken Norton had a little defense, a little craft style or whatever, but you're not going to see these super slick heavyweights. Maybe like Chris Bird, he was a slick heavyweight, but most of them heavyweight, yeah, they're going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? But when they hit you, though, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of people say Tyson Fury was a defensive fighter, but he got hit a lot too. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see that great defense in the heavyweight division like you do in a smaller weight class.
Yeah, but I mean, what's gonna be next for heavyweight? Like, I really don't. Like, who are y'all? Who are some up and coming heavyweight fighters? We had Jared Anderson, which I always just felt like Jared Anderson was food. I always thought he was too small for the heavyweight division.
Nah, damn, that's the freaking biggest crap. He do like 250 pounds, man.
Who, Jared Anderson?
Yeah, Jerry's big. He's big. He's like 6'4", 245,
Nah, he
250.
too.
No, that dude's
Nah, he's
big.
small compared to the. He not
Nah,
that big though. Like
man, he what Jerry
he
Anderson
could be
Jared
a
like
cru. He
Anderson
200.
not
should be
really
a
a big
cruiserweight.
heavyweight.
Yeah, he should be a cruiserweight in my opinion.
He came up from
Hold on, wait,
cruiserweight.
hold on. Wait a minute. He's 6'4" and he weighed in at 250 pounds. What do you mean he should be a cruiserweight?
I'm saying
That's
he's
a
a.
big.
I
That's
don't
a
think he weighed
big
in at
guy.
250, bro.
Nah, I
That
don't think
dude's
I
he
don't think he
weighed
big,
weighed in at
man.
250.
250. I think he weighed in at 230 or
That
something like that.
last fight
And if
when
he
he
did
fought
weigh
when
in
he
at
fought
250, he was probably that big on purpose because the dude had
when he
power.
fought Martin Bacoli, I think he was like 240 and some change.
Now
Big
we can
Baby
Google
always
it.
came in at least 230 something. He's always been
Nah,
a big
I'm not
kid.
gonna lie. I don't think Jared was. I don't really think he's a big dude, bro. And I don't even really think he's 6'4".
I've seen Jerry Anderson in person. Like I have pictures with Jerry
I don't
Anderson.
think he's
He's not
6'4".
that big.
Cause he fought Riyad Murray, the cruiserweight that went up to heavyweight, and he wasn't even like significantly bigger than him. So like, and he didn't even stop him. I don't know why. Like it's crazy. 'Cause people really thought that, but Coley was gonna lose to Jared, and I was like, nah, he gonna get stopped, bro.
I feel like if Jerry Anderson would have fought a different fight, he would have had a better chance. But
Nah, I think he still would have got stopped.
you
Once
think
McCauley
so?
started letting his
Because
hands
Jerry
go,
Anderson can move for a heavyweight. I don't know why he wasn't moving and using his head movement
this is
more.
my thing, right? With Jared Anderson, right? The matchmaking, like the people he been fighting, like he was supposed to beat them, really for real. That's why I'm like, Bacoli was like a huge jump for him. Like I think he needed a couple more fights to fight somebody like Bacoli. That was like a huge jump for him. Like, and you see it, he got stopped. Like I don't think he was ready for. If Charles Martin had him on stanky legs, like Bacoli was always gonna get him. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a bad style match. It was a bad fight. It was a bad matchup. It was a bad matchup. But that's the type of matchups people want to see. And I'm like, that's cool. Y'all can see those type of matchups, but you have to develop as a fighter. Just because I have 8 fights and I've been looking good in these 8 fights, and y'all want me to jump up and fight somebody that's a champion or a champion contender. No, that doesn't mean I'm ready to fight them yet. I'm still being developed. And I don't think people like understand that part of boxing yet. They want to call it cherry picking, but that's not cherry picking. It's called development.
Nah, I agree with you 2 cents.
How many fights Jared in?
We can't hear you, NHA. It sounds like you got your face in a pillow.
Oh my! I was asking how many fights Jared?
Jared
Hard
got
on
like
that.
probably like 19 fights, man. Like 19
Like
or something
20
like that.
something fights, something like that.
Jared Anderson?
Yeah, like 20.
Nah, he got like 18 or 19, bro. It's less than
Yeah,
20.
who got 22 fights, man? He's 2 times undisputed. What we talking about?
And I wanted to address something that VA Money Group is saying. I don't know if he can't get on the panel, but like I understand the Black Panther Farrakhan shit. I get it. It's very well needed because there's a lot of racial double standards in boxing, but I don't think that applies to Usyk, bro. I really don't think so. Like we went through this last week. If you comb through his resume, he beat a lot of really solid guys. Like Tony Review said, he beat Michael Hunter, and Michael Hunter went and beat Bacoli. He beat Dubois, beat Joshua, beat Fury. He beat Chisora. Like he's beating solid dudes. Like I said, like the accomplishments and what he's been able to achieve in such a short period of time, you can't sneeze at that, bro. He's 2-time undisputed, gold medalist, Super 6 Muhammad Ali award winner. Like he's done enough, bro. I'm not saying that he's the all-time great in the sense that I'm gonna put him over Ali or Sugar Ray Robinson, but I believe that he's an all-time fighter. I can't not put him on the list, bro. I'm not saying he's top 10. Like he's definitely top 20, fringe top 10, though, in my opinion.
Now you
Because
gonna argue for
who
me?
you gonna name that's over him, bro? Like you know what it is too.
Especially at the heavyweights. Who?
There's a lot of like revisionist history. Like people will say, "Oh, Charles Ezzard was a great fighter," and he was, but Charles Ezzard lost like 20 times and got stopped like 7 times. So if you could say these dudes are all-time greats, you could say the same thing for Usyk, bro. Like it don't really got nothing to do with the skin complexion. You feel me? Someone like Lomachenko being on a pound-for-pound list for 6 fights, yeah, that's a clear racial double standard. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that. But Usyk earned his bones. That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, he did it in the heavyweight division too, with not against some tomato cans, but he was in there with some legitimate dangerous fighters that can get you out of there, which is that's saying something in itself. I mean, everybody that he fought was pretty much a puncher. I mean, Daniel Barr was a puncher, Anthony Joshua was a puncher, Tyson Fury I guess depending on when you catch him, when he's a puncher or not. Sometimes he's a puncher, sometimes he's not. So I mean, I think you got to take your head off him. He did his thing.
got
You know what I'm saying? I give him
He did
credit.
his thing, bro. You can't fault him because of the era that he's in. Like you can't like what you gonna say? Like you know who I would like to see him fight actually? Because you brought him up earlier. You brought up Chris Bird, but I would like to see Usyk versus Michael Moore. The one, the southpaw, the left-handed one.
Yeah,
That
he
came up
was a light heavyweight that came up to heavyweight. He was
Yeah, but he
175
was a
pounds first.
solid dude though. He was getting stoppages. It wasn't like he was a pillow fist.
Right.
And he did well at heavyweight. He was a
He Holyfield,
three-time
right?
heavyweight champion, right?
I just don't want to see.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with y'all. I don't want to see them keep fighting each other for real. Like I don't want to see. I really don't. I mean, Usyk and Dubai. I guess they could rematch, but we've already seen them fight. We've already seen.
Hey, but that's a good scrap though. I think that's a dangerous fight for Usyk because that one thing about power, Danny Dubois is a puncher, and the guy's punching with both hands. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming off a good win streak. You know, he's got good confidence. You know what I'm saying? Him and his coach is doing good. His coach trained him well, man. You know, so I like the progress that he's making. It's another fighter, Agit Kabiel. He's a dangerous fighter. I mean, the body punches are wicked. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's a
think
lot of
Kabiel's
guys.
a little overrated. We're gonna see in the next fight.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think
Who
he
about to
beats
fight?
Zane.
He about to fight Zane.
Yeah, he fighting Zhang.
I think he stopped. I think he stops Zane. I think he stops Zane to the body, man. That dude, because the way
Zhang
he
gonna
did
knock
Frank,
his head off. Watch, you gonna see.
the way he did Frank Sanchez, man, I wouldn't expect it. I thought Frank was gonna go in there and do the job. You know what I'm saying? Man, he took Frank apart, man. Took him
Yeah,
apart.
but you can't compare Frank Sanchez to Zhang, bro. Another thing too, what I don't like, Ajit, he looks all right, but if you look at the fight he had before Makhmudov, he was the underdog because he almost got stopped in the first round. Mind you, this dude was like a regular journeyman. Now I get it. It's heavyweight boxing. Punch lands. It might be curse for you. I understand. But I feel like him beating Makhmudov and Frank Sanchez with a bad knee, that's not really, I don't think he's ready for Zhang.
Zhang is old and he's big and he's
But
slow.
Zhang is punching, bro.
And he's got bad stamina, man.
Zane
His
is
stamina ain't
slow
all
as
that.
hell.
Yeah, but Zhang is punching though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And
All right,
don't
hold on.
forget, Zhang is an Olympian. So he
Yeah,
know
but
how
he's
to
40.
box.
He's 40 years old, bro.
It don't matter.
40,
You
man.
know how
He's
to
old,
box,
man.
bro. You gonna see.
Shout out
Zhang-
Payton. Hey, but you know them heavyweights be fighting when they old though. But Payton Fool, what's going on? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
What's popping on? What's going on with y'all? I'm just up here to cook with y'all. I ain't got nothing really. I just popped up on here.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, y'all be sure to help support the channel by donating to the Cash App 2 Cents Boxing, or hitting this leaving a super chat, or just by punching that like and subscribe button and let me know and dropping below your 2 cents as we go throughout the chat. Or you can click the link and hop up on the panel.
I
So
forget why y'all calling out Parker? Like, I mean, I'm not saying y'all calling him out, but isn't that a good scrap, Parker? And
I mean, ain't nobody counting out Parker. Parker cool, but
I don't mind seeing that.
You know what? I
he
forgot
been
all
looking
about
different
that
since
matchup. You are
ain't
right.
Parker with Snack?
Parker, like,
I
he just
think
be
Parker has a chance.
I don't mind seeing that.
Big
Parker
Supreme
versus-
ain't Parker with Snack.
Nah, I don't think Joseph Parker's a snack. Is he?
I think he was.
I don't think he is. But if he is, then I got him winning. With the snack program. You know, the snack
I got
program
my
works.
on.
That snack
Yeah,
program
sure.
worked.
I think Danny Dubois is probably gonna stop him though. If he can survive the first 6 rounds and probably drag Dubois to the 8th and the 9th round, then it might get spooky to Dubois, but I don't think it's gonna go that far.
Do y'all think switching gears here? Do y'all think that Keyshawn and Shakur are going to fight? Because
No,
let me tell you, I think it's weird that they keep talking about not fighting, because nobody's even talking about y'all fighting. So why do y'all keep talking about not fighting? Like, I'm confused about that. Nobody has said let's see Keyshawn and Shakur fight. They just start talking about how they wasn't gonna fight each other, and then they keep talking about how they not gonna fight each other. And I'm like, why are y'all doing that?
I think they gotta have a call out. I don't know if they'll fight though.
I think they should fight.
I think they're gonna have a call out though. I don't know about fighting though.
If Zab and Floyd can fight, those two can fight. Because Zab and Floyd, they were boys, but they fought each other.
But is
You know
is
what I'm
that
saying?
why Shakur left Top Rank so he wouldn't have to fight him?
I
Because
think so.
I think so.
I don't think that Bob is gonna make the fight now that you left Top Rank. But if you were here, I'm pretty sure Bob was like, hell yeah, we gonna make that fight. Or what y'all think?
That's the
Hey,
real.
but
To me, that's why he left.
Ranks or something, but Bob was not. Come on, I gotta admit, Bob wasn't doing too much.
Yeah, because he was already in line to get the WBO, and Keyshawn said that on an interview with Mark Kriegel. They knew that from last year. So in 2023, he was in line to get the WBO shot against Berincek. So he was going to be a champion at Top Rank at 135 eventually. Like them two in the same promotional company, denying each other the fight. I don't think that'll look good in the eyes of the fans. So I think Shakur's like, look, I made my money. Let me get it out of there. Because like his reasoning for leaving don't make sense. Like he wanted to fight Navarrete. They curved him. And he threw a temper tantrum, fake retired. Then the next week he signed Eddie Hearns. I just think that Ben was in the playbook for them.
But then it's like you
Not only
you
that,
went
though,
somewhere, like you went to a promotional company to make cross promotional fights. I don't understand that.
They don't make no
Top
sense.
Rank is going. Top Rank is going to the Zone next year, though. They already set to go to the Zone network next year
I
in
don't know if
July.
they're going there. It's 50-50 because Bob was saying some stuff. It didn't sound like he wanted to go there. I don't know.
Bob's gonna be on different networks, so he say, but he's saying all of his old stuff is gonna be on the Zone.
I
He's
don't know
already
what
on
power.
Amazon, though. He's
He's
already on
already on.
Amazon.
What?
My fault, bro. Go ahead, Paige.
Who was saying something?
Oh,
Go
no, I
ahead,
was
Big
saying, I was
Supreme.
like, he was already on Prime. Yeah, Top Rank is they on Prime too and shit. Well, was it Prime Japan? Some weird shit.
Yeah, they were Prime in Japan. That's why I was thinking that people, because at one point people were saying PBC and Top Rank gonna both be on Amazon Prime. And if you think about it, if PBC and Top Rank is both on Amazon Prime, then Tank can get these fights that people say that they want him to fight, and that contract he said he had will make a little bit more sense. But we just got to see what's gonna happen, because so far
What's
everybody
not true,
all over the
Windy City?
place.
That's why I'm saying, even with that 2025 shit, talking about he retired, bro, they gonna sue the fuck out your ass if you talking about you finna retire.
You talking about Tank?
Yeah,
Nah, you talking
and
about
you still,
Tank?
Oh,
owe
okay.
fights, bro.
But they haven't paid him yet, though. That's another thing. Like
Oh,
they
true.
not
Pay
paying
who?
him.
Can't
The
sue him
whole
because
thing
then
up
Mayweather
front.
retired when he owed Oscar the rematch.
Yeah, you
Ain't
can
nothing happened to
retire.
him.
They can't do nothing if you retire.
I think Tank's just talking, bro. I think he going through something. I don't think he mean
Tank
nothing.
should be a free. He should be a free agent right now, man. He should be a free agent. He should be an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? And shop himself to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I understand loyalty and everything, but at the end of the day, you're a fighter. You only got a certain amount of years you can fight. You need to make as much money as you can. And, you need to shop yourself to the highest bidder. Because it is what
But
it
can't
is. At the end
nobody
of the day.
who else gonna pay him what he making?
What Turkey is paying?
Turkey
I think the
can't
best
offer
thing for him
him.
to do is to
But
go to
y'all
Top Rank.
don't have no idea what listen, it's so many ways that those boxers make money when they make fights that a lot of them don't know, because Al done taught them the game. They making money off of concessions and Google clicks and all merch and all kind of stuff. They're making money off.
Turkey giving you guaranteed
So
bread though. You don't have
yeah,
to sell one pay-per-view. You get guaranteed money.
but I'm making more than all of that. I'm with my guarantee, with my
It
back
don't
end,
it
with
don't
my
sound
money
like
from
it.
this and my money from that. I'm
Hey,
making more money than all of that. I don't
back
need that
end boxing is
guarantee.
over with. Ain't nobody buying no pay-per-views. Everybody keep talking about this
Why
back
y'all
end.
keep saying
Ain't no
that?
back end. There ain't no back
Come
end
on,
money.
bro.
There ain't no
Why do
back
y'all
end
keep
money.
saying ain't nobody
Coach
paying
Petty, come on,
pay-per-views
bro.
when he
Nah, I
just
Ain't
think
did a
nobody
Turkey
paying
million
Petty
Turkey
Bronco.
pay-per-views
getting
last
money.
year? He just did a million plus pay-per-views
Come
last
on.
That
year.
was with okay. But then they saying he only did 100 here, 150 there,
That's
200
not
there.
true, Coach
That's not
Eddie.
How do we
true.
know?
Who
How
said
do you
that
know?
though?
How do you know?
How do you
How do
know
you
it's
know?
true? And why
why
I'm
would you
would
say
asking
it's
he
you.
true?
How do you know?
listen. Now let me say this.
Nah,
I
I ain't gonna
don't
lie.
know for sure, but what I do understand
Okay.
is that why would they keep doing it if it wasn't working?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was just finna go to 2 cents.
Should be working for the PBC, not the fighters. Y'all ever thought about that? I mean, you
But
know
Okay,
what the
why the
let me
fuck would I be fighting with for a promotional company that I'm not even getting
hold on
paid?
1 second. Check this out. Tank is complaining, and Leonard Ellaby and everybody else is complaining about Tank not being treated like Canelo. Canelo
I
gets his
haven't
money.
heard them
Hold on,
say
wait
that.
a minute. Give me 5 seconds. Canelo gets his money in escrow, guaranteed money. That
Man,
means I
I'm
don't got to
listening to what
sell.
Blake saying.
I don't have to sell one pay per view. My money is guaranteed, and that's what they want for Tank. They want Tank to get guaranteed 30, $40 million, not wait to see what the pay per view is so I can get my money then, because everybody is using these fire sticks and they ain't buying the fight. It
That's
is
not
what it
true though,
is.
bro.
It
So how
is
did
true.
so how hold on, Coach Eddie, let
Do
me
you know
ask
how
you a
many people
question.
stole Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight?
That's they fight.
They stole hundreds of millions of people pirated that fight. They didn't pay for it. They watched it on
We not
Fire
worried
Stick
about the
or
people that stole it. We worried about the people that bought it, and it's enough people buying it for it to be profitable and for them to make money.
Bro, like,
Tank wants guaranteed money. He wants the same deal that Canelo's getting. That's why he's
bro,
upset
who
right
said
now.
where y'all
He
getting all
wants the
this?
same
But
deal
how do
Canelo's
you know
getting.
that, Coach Eddie?
Because
Who
that's
is
what he
they?
said. He said, "Oh,
When did he say
that's
that?
what they said." He said,
Who is
"Y'all
they?
calling Tank." They said, "Y'all calling Tank the face of boxing. Treat him
Bro,
like the face of
bro.
boxing." That's
Man,
what
you
they
Who
got that
said
said.
shit
that?
from Blue Blood?
Who
Cause
said
that's what
that?
it sound like.
No, hold on, paid in full. No, I'm serious. When did they say this? I haven't
That
seen it.
that was Coach Kenny said. That what Leonard Ellaby said.
Leonard Ellaby. On
Yeah,
what podcast?
man, I don't know. I don't be goddamn doing all this fact checking and stuff. It ain't that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these
But
guys are
you making a
making.
bold statement though, bro. You can't
I
say it
mean,
ain't
you
make a
making a
bold.
bold, y'all. Everybody's making a bold statement like we have access to these guys' account,
No,
like we
all
looking,
I'm saying is I don't
like
even know
we know what they're
what
making.
was
We
the
don't know what
original
they're making.
conversation. What was the
that's
original
a fact.
conversation?
Bro. I'm just saying, well, we don't
What
know
was the original
what's in
conversation?
these contracts that these fighters signing with the PBC or any other promotional company. Unless we got, you know, what I'm saying, we can go through the fine comb too.
The
We
only
don't
point I'm
know.
trying to make
We
is
don't know
why,
nothing.
if Tank is the star, he got the star power. He obviously has the ability to fight wherever he wants and call shots. Why would he
Yeah,
stay if all of this is going on that y'all
That's
keep
what
saying is
I'm
going on?
saying,
I'm
He
bro.
may
just
be
asking.
he may be contractually obligated. We don't know. I don't. All we're doing right
Well,
now
then
is
he just got to shut
speculating.
up. Then
How
if
is
We,
he
he
we,
not?
we, no,
contractually
well,
obligated,
that case, we all got to shut up because we all speculating. We don't know.
But he
no,
not
I said
signed.
he can't. I'm saying he got to shut up. Like how can he complain if he under
one thing
contract?
we do know, to Coach Eddie's point, is that Canelo is getting his guaranteed money up front and that back end. And I'm not going to say that's the reason Tank is upset because he's not being treated like Canelo, but it is a fact. I mean, we can't dispute that Canelo's getting like 35 mil guaranteed and then some on the back end. We ain't hearing the Tank getting that. Now, if I was Tank, yeah, I would feel some type of way. Am I going to say for a fact Tank is feeling some type of way? No, I don't know. But I would.
How many fights Canelo got in HA?
How many fights he got? Like 50 something.
50
You're like
something.
almost
How long
70,
how
almost
long
70
he been a
fights.
pay-per-view star?
He been. I mean, shit. Since what? About going on 15 years now. 10 years.
So how can
So
Tank be upset he's not being treated like Canelo when he ain't
told
done
he's the face of
nowhere
boxing.
near that?
Because
Because they say he's the face of boxing. That's what everybody's saying.
He
You
the
the
face
face
of
of
the
boxing.
United States about bro. In the United States, yes, he is the face.
how Canelo's the face of boxing
He is
all over the
exactly.
world.
He's a face of boxing. When Canelo leaves, he'll most likely be the face of boxing.
Thank you, two cents.
Then I could
That's
see
about
him
what I
being
said.
upset of him not being treated like Canelo
You
because
can't have two
there
faces of
is no
boxing.
more Canelo. But y'all don't really know what he's upset about.
This the
I
thing, and then
don't.
I'm trying to understand where they getting these rumors from. It ain't like this man ain't never came out and said shit about he was mad about his money or any of
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying he's mad about that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if that was not the case. Because if y'all keep telling me I'm the face of boxing, the face, not one of the face. Y'all telling me I'm the face of boxing. Canelo's not the face of boxing. If I keep hearing that, but Canelo's getting a 35 mil guarantee from my company, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of
That
way.
is not his company.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But
Like y'all
PBC,
talking about.
hold on, wait a minute. Tank has been with PBC for a long time.
No,
He's
Tank
been.
is signed to no, he has an exclusive deal with Prime Amazon.
I'm talking about
Oh,
before all that. Who was he with?
He was with
That's
Floyd.
outlandish people.
That's what I'm saying. So if you with Floyd, Floyd said you doing business with me, you doing business with Al Heyman.
And you
He was
still
with
keep
Floyd. You know what I'm
on
saying?
there.
So I'm saying now Canelo came over there doing. See, one thing about you got to remember, Canelo also went over there to the zone and robbed the bank over there. That man get made off with over $300 and something million over there at the zone. People forget about that. He had a $365 million contract, 10-fight contract with the zone. So Canelo's been touching M's for a very, very long time. He been getting paid $30+ million per fight, guaranteed money. No matter who he fight, he could fight me and get paid $30 million. And I ain't no, I'm a nobody.
My
You know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
we ain't never really seen no lightweight in his position do what he doing now though. Like
That's
this a whole
facts.
different other era of boxing, bro. Like how many
But I,
lightweights you know over the years that was making the type of money that Tank making?
all due respect, okay, you pushing the goal, you're moving the goalpost now. We're talking about the face of boxing. You keep
Bro,
getting
I'm
here and
not.
he's the face of boxing.
No, but overall, we talking about the money aspect, right?
Phenomenal Show say Tank had a guaranteed contract. Leonard Ellerby confirmed it multiple times, but Phenomenal Show. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take that information and flip it and be like, oh well, he must don't got that guaranteed contract. They must not. They definitely not gonna pay him his contract fighting Roach, as if they got some type of say so in who he fighting. Like they know, they don't know. This is their contract. They boom, we pay and you give the results. We're not sitting here telling y'all who you can and can't fight. It don't even make sense.
Yeah, at all.
You know what's the crazy thing about this whole shit with this whole contract, this whole fight deal and things like Tank was telling us, telling the whole world, yeah, my deal's way bigger than what Floyd got. No, Floyd was getting 30 million guaranteed before you step in the ring. I'm not hearing none of
Bro,
that
he
from you.
talking about his 6-fight deal that Floyd had with Showtime, bro.
Yes, Floyd was getting his up front though, and he's getting that back end. So how was it's just weird the whole thing with I don't know.
Again,
My thing is, this is just me outside looking in. If my money's guaranteed, if I got a 6-fight deal worth X amount of dollars, I need to start working. That means I need to start fighting
If
to
my
fulfill
money
my
is
contract,
guaranteed,
so
it
I
don't
can
matter
get
who
paid.
I fight. That's what
So I can
I'm
get
saying.
paid.
Why y'all keep skipping over that? If I
So I
got a
can get paid.
guaranteed contract, it don't matter who I fight, y'all.
yeah,
Y'all
And
keep
I
trying to
need to
say
get
just 'cause
going.
fighting Roach, he ain't getting this guaranteed. Why?
Roach didn't
We
even
are.
complete
It's a
his.
contract. We've already agreed, y'all. This shit don't
That's
make
the
no
thing.
sense.
Like you can't go back in the contract and edit that shit after it's been signed, unless that shit is talked about.
Unless they skimmed over some parts. Like, okay, man, we could void this contract, man, if we don't approve the opponent or something. I'm just speculating here. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's all
They
kind of
can't
clauses in
approve.
the
They
contracts.
can't approve of no opponent. Who are
You know
they?
what I mean? So,
Those contracts are multi pages, and they got fine print and everything else.
And
You
that's
know,
what
they
that's
got
why
so
they
many
got
different
lawyers.
clauses in these contracts. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Like I said, I don't know what's in the contract. I have no idea what's in the contract. I'm only speculating. Have no idea what's in that contract.
none of us, we just going by, we speculating, we going by people who reporting what source and say, who heard it from other sources and shit. You know what I mean? But
I mean, it could be a clause in that contract. Like for instance, when Canelo tried to sue De La Hoya, Canelo wanted them to pay what $30 or $40 million for you to fight your sparring partner. He's like, yo, we ain't paying you $40 million to fight your sparring partner. So that was the whole controversy right there. If you want this type of money, you got to be fighting credible guys. So they try to force that Triple G fight. You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I mean, but the contract says this. So a lot of times they guys writing these contracts, they might have different clauses in it. We just don't know.
Well, the fight happening. He fighting Roach. Is selling well. I'm pretty sure it'll do good on pay-per-view.
so Tank lied to us again about
Huh?
saying the fight. So y'all just saying Tank just capped again and say the fight got canceled.
Yeah, I guess he capped again.
Like, why do we hold Tank to a different standard from all these other fighters? And shit? When Tank caps, it's like, I don't know.
Cause he the face of boxing. You the face of boxing. You get held to different
What
standards.
you mean you wouldn't take cap? What you want us to do, NHA?
What do you mean by that, bro?
If that was if that
I mean,
okay,
I got a whole video talking about how I don't like when Tank do that, and it's unnecessary if the fight
cool.
not really canceled.
But I just know like certain people would just they'll keep harping on and shit. It'll be like a whole. If this was Devin Haney or Shakur that done this, man, y'all motherfuckers would be cooking on it shit for like days
Man,
on end.
Devin Haney gets crucified on a daily basis, man. This dude's been getting obliterated. What are you talking about, man? And it's only a few people that's riding with Devin Haney. Devin Haney is getting roasted mercifully. I mean, it's getting destroyed every single day.
He's getting talked about in every.
Every single day.
Boxing. He's being talked about on every it's like a hot trending topic, and everybody's talking about it. And I'm like, it's really weird to me, but it's crazy. But yes, a lot of people talking about Devin Haney right now.
No bullshit. I'm like a low key. It's kind of like a good thing and shit because he's really on the national stage now. Because this whole Young Thug shit, that the whole saying, all publicity, what I'm saying, is
but this is the thing, NHA, you gotta ride the momentum. If Devin Haney can't fight or is not really about to fight no time soon, none of this is gonna matter for real because it's just all gonna die down.
I have a serious question I want to pose to the panel. What will make, as far as like, what's the difference between somebody actually going to Amazon, that's where the fight is going to be broadcast? Now, if you have a Amazon Fire Stick, you can actually watch the fight free. But what's going to make you choose to pay $84, $89, $99 when I can just simply choose to watch the fight for $0? That's the $1 million question right there. But people are gonna watch the fight, but are they gonna buy the fight? That's the question.
They're still selling 400, 500, 600,000 pay-per-views.
But
Canelo doing 900,000 pay-per-views.
Canelo only did 500,000 at his last fight.
Coach,
it depends on who you're fighting. It matters who you fight.
But I just got one question, bro. Like, why do that matter, bro? Like, we not getting paid from that shit.
For sure.
It just conversation. I mean, everybody talk about Tank every day. They've been talking about Tank and Shakur for the past 5 years. The fight never happened. It's just a boxing podcast.
No, bro. I'm not on no like trying to be smart and shit like that, bro. I'm just asking a question. Cause I feel like only time we ever talk about shit like that is when it comes to Tank.
But you know why? Because what do they say? They say Tank is a pay-per-view star. So when you say you're a pay-per-view star and you're not doing $1 million, $2 million every time you lace up, all you pay because when you claim to be so when you claim to be Mayweather had to claim the fame. I'm a pay-per-view star. I'm Mr. Pay-per-view. That's what Mayweather says, right?
He did $1 million every time he laced up.
And you go not every time, but you go down through history. He has Manny Pacquiao, Conor McGregor, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton. All these was over $1 million pay-per-view. Canelo was pay-per-view. No, correct. Back then they didn't have all these illegal streaming back then. So now like 200,000 is probably like $1 million now because of all the illegal streaming. There's no more guys that's gonna be doing 4 million pay-per-views anymore. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? That's over with. I mean, you lucky if you get 200,000, 200,000 or 300,000 at this day and age, because they gonna stream your fight. These dudes not buying. They not buying these fights. They hitting that Fire Stick.
A lot of people doing that shit, but hey, I mean, shit, that's fucked up,
But I mean, I think that Fire Stick killing. I think anything over like 150,000 is like decent profit. So
especially now because of all the streaming.
Okay, so we still making profit. We still making bread. It's not like you can do anything about that. It don't matter if you lower the price. It doesn't matter. Like, why would I pay for something I can get free no matter what it costs? It's not about the price. It's about the value. People that value the event, people that's fans, people that value that fighter, they pay for the fight. It's just that simple. So the fighters with the better, more more fan bases that value them, more loyal fan bases, those fighters have people pay for their fights, i.e. Tank Davis,
I.e.
Right.
Canelo. I.e.
i.e.
Canelo.
Canelo, yeah, i.e. Earl
But
Spence.
I
Earl had
I
people buying
I
his fight.
eat. But as of right now, shit for the black fan base, shit, the star for that we got right now is Tank. That's bringing in the type of money that he is bringing in. And like I said, I don't respect all the shit that like even though different than what the niggas just did recently. I ain't respect that shit, bro. Like you telling niggas your fight canceled and shit. I ain't. But at the end of the day, bro, like shit, if that nigga, that shit that he did hurt him at the box office, then that shit hurt him. That ain't got shit to do with
So,
me
so
watching.
Coach Eddie, let me ask you a question, Coach Eddie. What was your favorite pay-per-view this year? Like, what did you
I
feel
don't really
like?
keep up
I
with it.
feel
I
like
don't really
this
keep
one
up
and
with the
this.
pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? I just like fights. I mean, I don't care if it's a pay-per-view or not. You know, I seen better fights on freaking Tuesday night fights than I seen on some of these pay-per-views. So I don't get caught up in the whole pay-per-view thing because this, it is what it is. Long as the fighter get paid, whether you're getting paid guarantees or whether you're getting paid for the pay-per-view, as long as you're getting paid, it don't really matter where the money's coming from, as long as you're breaking your bread. And I think that's why these guaranteed. That's why Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, they want to guarantee money because you can't base what you making off the back end. That back end stuff, people are not buying it. Look at that bigger fighter that was.
But
Terrence
but
Crawford versus
but
Errol
Terrence
Spence.
Crawford, but
It didn't
750,000.
even do it didn't even hold on. But it's that fight should have did over 2 million. It only did
Right.
like
They're
Coach
the
Eddie,
same market.
I'm
They're
gonna
the
tell you
same
this.
market.
Yeah,
that
because
fight did like 700,000. That fight
if
was
Top Rank
easy.
if
They still
Top
got
Rank
almost
would
like
have
a
made that
million.
fight, if Top Rank would have made that fight, bro, they wouldn't have never got paid half of the shit that they would have got paid when they fuck with Al.
I'm just talking
Terrence
about them. I'm
Crawford
just talking about the magnitude. I'm not talking. I don't care about the promotion. I'm just talking about the
They did
magnitude
like
of that fight. The
750K.
mag,
That's big
but
numbers.
in
They're
my
the
in my in
same
my
market.
opinion, that fight is bigger than Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis. That's a
But
bigger
they're
fight. It's a more
the
meaningful
same
fight to
market though.
me.
That's what I'm saying. They're the
it's the
same
market.
market. They're not
Yeah,
pulling
So are
from
you
two
saying? So
different
are you saying
markets.
that black people don't buy the fights? Then that
a
sounds like
lot
what
of
you're
them
No,
saying
do.
to me.
750,000 people bought the fight. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Let me
people.
tell you
That's a
something.
lot of people.
That fight should have did over 1 million easy.
But you gotta understand though, at the same time,
Nah, bro.
it wasn't a lot of shit talking going on between them two either. So
But it
that's
was the
another selling
magnitude.
point.
It's the
A whole lot
magnitude
of
of
money.
the fight, man. The magnitude of the fight. It was just,
Right, but
it's
how
supposed
many
to be the
people
best. The best versus
What
the
black
best.
fighters did Mayweather do 1 million with?
that's
Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley. You get a mail with them.
I don't have to go back and look. I have to go back. But one thing about Floyd always fought people that had a fan base. You know what I'm saying? So you got a good fan base, you're gonna do good numbers.
Exactly. Terrence Crawford didn't have a good fan base.
exactly.
Oh man, so we gonna put this on Bud. So those are all ten.
I
Those are
mean,
all
we being honest though, bro. Like
No, I'm not
those
saying that, but he's saying we talking about a
700,000
million.
Errol Spence fans bought the fight.
No,
Not,
we're talking. Did anybody say that? You out here just jumping to conclusions,
I
bro.
mean, they probably could have went out there and acted ignorant and probably got to 1 million. If they would have thrown
yeah,
the N
if
word
they would have
around a
been
couple of
talking shit,
times. You
if
know
they
what
would
I'm
have been
saying? Maybe pushed each other or got into a little wrestling match or something at the press conference. Yeah, they probably could have got another.
Went
They
viral.
probably could have pushed. They probably could have pushed 1 million.
Earl
or
should
You
have
they could
know.
have
slapped Terrence
or
Crawford
they
at the
could have
press
been
conference.
doing a lot of promotion on their social media, bro. We in that era now to where a lot of motherfuckers be on social media. That's where 9 times out of 10 we get a lot of that news from, bro. And I feel like I feel like talking shit is a great selling point. I think they probably would have got another 100,000 out of that shit. But I ain't
but
mad if
y'all don't
them niggas made over 2500. I mean 25 million, bro. Shit, that's good money.
fucking
Niggas
excellent
probably
money.
gotta lace up another player gloves in their life.
But y'all don't remember that report that came out? Like they said about like 700,000 people stole actually like illegally streamed that fight.
Probably more than that.
More than
But
that. You talking about 1 million? I mean, they talking about when Wilder and Tyson Fury fought. They said like over 20 million people stole that fight. It was some crazy number, man. It was astronomical how many people pirated that fight, man. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And
These
that stuff
guys,
don't
these
even be
fighters now.
working though. That's why people paying for it. It's not like that be working, like be
Shoot,
buffering and all that. Like if you for sure want
Stream
to
East
see the
work
fight,
every time.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that joint be working, man.
But I mean, it is what it is, though. That don't mean nothing. Like I feel like that be an excuse. Like, oh, pay per views ain't selling no more. You better get a guarantee. But we clearly see the model still working. It still
Well,
works. You just
I'd
don't
rather
have
have
the
I'd
fan
rather
base
have a
for it to work
guarantee.
with you. Exactly, because that's the type of fan base. That's the type of fighter you are. Everybody don't gotta have that. Everybody don't gotta. You know what I'm saying?
put anything on pay per view, man, that's gonna be the death nail of the fucking boxing. If you put like regular fights on pay per view, you know what I'm saying? It's like you subsidizing the fighters' pay, making the fans subsidize the fighters' pay on pay per view. Nah, we got other shit we could watch.
I mean, then
Yeah.
don't buy it. And if the fans didn't buy it, then they would stop doing it. The market determines what's happening. It's not like they like the pay per view and then it's a gun in your
Don't
head.
you
You gotta
think that
buy
is a
it. You
problem
buying
when
it
they're
on your own.
playing and fucking Benavides on pay per view?
Say it
That's a
again. You
Yeah.
going in and out.
yo. We get
Yeah, I mean,
Caleb.
yeah, you can do that's why a lot of times they'll give guys like Benavidez and Andrade, they gave them low guarantees, million, 1.5. Any other money that you make on the back end, that's it. We're not giving you no high guarantees. I think a lot of times these fighters, you're not finna get no 20-30 million dollar high guaranteed plus money on the back end. I think
And
that's
you
what Tank.
shouldn't.
But that what Canelo did. Canelo get guaranteed, just like same thing. What Floyd did. Floyd had guaranteed
That's
40
because
million.
they generating that.
Floyd was minimum $40 million. Period. That way he started at was 40 mil.
So you don't think he was generating that?
Yeah, absolutely was. Yeah, he was generating that. Floyd
That's
was
what I'm
generating his money. Floyd always made money.
What was legit superstar? Nothing people,
Yeah.
nothing athletes you could say that
And
about.
one thing about Floyd, not to cut you off, but one thing about Floyd was he promoted himself a lot better than Tank Davis did. Floyd actually catapulted Tank Davis into stardom. He catapulted him. He let him
He didn't
skip the line,
catapult
so to speak.
himself in a stardom. He didn't have to go in the ring and put on those
No,
performances.
but hold on. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying as far as Floyd, look at all the groundwork that Floyd did for himself. Floyd was on Dancing with the Stars. Floyd was on WWE. Floyd was in rap videos. Floyd was always on TV. He was doing the interviews on ESPN. Floyd was always promoting and talking himself up. Let's go out through Floyd's history. Floyd promoted himself very, very well. And that's how, and then all that, not only promoting himself, but he also got the job done inside the ring. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd earned everything that he got. Yeah, at the end of the day, Floyd always was lucrative. Floyd always shut down Las Vegas. Floyd always made sure all the hotel rooms was sold out. So
Tank
Floyd
earned
always had.
everything that he got too.
I ain't saying he didn't, but I'm saying Floyd catapulted him. Floyd took that young man and shot and goddamn put a goddamn jetpack on that boy and shot him straight to stardom. Now, yeah, Tank had to get in there and fight.
He was
Tank
literally already on his way to stardom, though.
You take Floyd out the equation, he ain't gonna be where he is. You can't.
He
Nah,
still would be a
just,
star, though.
no, he wouldn't. He would not be on the same. Just like you take Oscar De La Hoya out the equation with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez would not be the star that he is today if it weren't for Oscar De La Hoya. And I stand on that.
I'll give it to Oscar.
So because he had a good promoter, is what you're saying?
Absolutely, that makes all the difference in the world. That and matchmaking. Oscar De La Hoya catapulted Canelo Alvarez in the stardom.
Floyd did too.
Exactly. Floyd did the same thing for Tank. He tried to do it. He tried to do it with AB, but AB wouldn't listen.
Coach Eddie, that's not true though, bro. Because if that's the case, then why is Carmel a star right now?
He just starting out, man. Come on, bro. Dude's out of what, 4 or 5 fights? How many fights does he have?
But I'm saying he ain't being talked about as much as Tank was being talked about at that time, bro.
Because he's like a Tank, like a carbon copy of Tank. We already seen that before. We seen that. There's only one Tank.
But you said based on
Hold on.
Mayweather's
Wait a minute, champ. It's just like when Larry Holmes came after Muhammad Ali. Everybody loved Muhammad Ali, even though Larry Holmes was a great fighter. I mean, Tank had some big shoes to fill. You can't just. He's a small guy, but he got big shoes to fill. So Carmel Motors not gonna
but
be able
my
to
thing
fill.
is,
Not gonna be able to fill Tank Davis' shoes.
this my thing though. This is what I'm saying, bro. Just because a nigga put something behind you, don't mean you gonna blow up to be who you are. You gotta go in there and do the fucking work.
Bro, I
Hey,
agree with you. I agree
I
with
got a
you.
question. Who did Camille who did Camille last fight?
I don't even know.
I don't know the dude name, but I seen the fight.
Y'all see the
But
fight?
the last fight that he was supposed to have, he was overweight.
Y'all see Tank's fourth fight?
The last fight he
I had
had, he
no
was
idea.
overweight.
There you go. People
I don't
don't
know
talk
their
about
name.
more than they talk about Tank in his fourth fight. So it's kind of like that's a no-brainer. I mean, we living in
I
different
didn't
times.
know. I didn't know Tank Davis in his fourth fight. I caught on to Tank when he maybe in his
Tank Davis
15th or 16th fight. I didn't know anything about. I don't know
Nah, I
anything about
watched
Tank
Tank
Davis.
come all the way up.
I didn't know anything about Tank Davis.
Yeah, I watched him come up from a shit from the amateurs. I was hearing about dog.
But Camille got more push right now than Tank actually got. You know what I'm saying? From his first
Camille
10
don't
fight.
even look like Tank though. You know what I'm saying? When you
Oh,
watch Tank fight, you could tell Tank has something. Camille don't got that. He don't
it's
got that.
it's
I
that
don't know.
it fact.
I
Yeah,
can't
Camille
tell
don't
you.
got that.
It's just some niggas got it, some niggas don't.
Well, you know what, but like it always helped when you got a guy like Floyd Mayweather who co-signed you, and Tank kind of by default he inherited Floyd Mayweather's fan base.
I agree.
He low key did.
I agree. I agree. He inherited the hate of that shit. That's what I agree with.
That's the
That
important part.
that didn't get more hate
I
than a
mean, do
lot
you
of
think he
motherfuckers.
inherited his fan base because he was promoted by Floyd or because people actually like him as a fighter?
Both. Floyd's a big deal in the boxing game, man. I mean, I think it's both. Tank is a tremendous fighter. He's a tremendous talent. You also had a guy named by the name of Floyd Mayweather Jr., who's arguably one of the best fighters who's ever laced up a pair of gloves, who's co-signing you and speaking for you at press conferences and pushing
Speaking.
you. Yeah, so I mean, come on. I mean, we got to give Floyd a little bit of credit here. I can't give him all the credit, but we got to give him some.
I'm saying we giving him credit. We not taking that away from him. But at the same time, I'm just trying to understand. When Tank left, what other star did he create?
He didn't.
And
Give him a
that's my
chance. You might create. Camille might be next. You might sign somebody who just like Tank just left him like a year and a half ago.
no.
Well, you know, Floyd Mayweather had guys like Leon Love and
Broly
E.J. and
fight.
all E.J. Smith and all them guys.
Yeah, the ton of
Them
fighters.
guys didn't pan out, man. You know, like Floyd Mayweather promotions. I mean, they wasn't like no Golden Boy, no Top Rank, or no Don King promotions and nothing like that. But Tank was just a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he's shining right now, and you can't take nothing from him.
It was supposed to be Devin.
Hey, and after
Nah,
that's what actually happened.
I'm sorry, man. I fucked with Devin Ben, but him and Tank are two different animals. I still don't mind seeing that strap, but I just don't have as much enthusiasm for it as I once had because I don't think Dev is mentally up to the
Nah,
part.
I don't think we ever get that fight. To be honest,
Which one?
it's Devin Haney and Tank. I think we ever
No,
get that fight.
I highly doubt that ever happened. Just because,
Yeah,
like I said, if that fight was gonna happen, I felt like it would happen at 135. But
facts.
if you ain't willing to, ain't no nigga finna be dumb enough to let no nigga walk in the ring at 160. So therefore, if you ain't trying to take no rehydration clause, that means you really ain't trying to make that fight.
And
But
you really, in my opinion, I don't think big guys should call out small guys.
I
It
just
should be
don't
the
think
other
they
way
never
around.
even had no intentions on fight. Look, phenomenal show. That fight was never gonna happen to begin with. They never had no intentions on fighting Tank, like for real. Like
I don't.
even for Bill to be on KO. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Switching gears and bringing up when Bill was on KO channel, and he like, "Oh, we fighting Tank Davis." Like, why you even doing that?
Bro, that nigga's obsessed with Tank. I'm not lying, bro. That man has really got to be obsessed with Tank because nobody in the chat was even saying anything about Tank, bro. Dog just brought his name up out of nowhere, bro.
Nobody worried about that fight no more. But my question is, when Bill said, I want to get y'all 2 cents about this. When Bill said how they Top Rank and all of them was lying to him about the pay-per-view numbers. That's why he want to go work with Turkey. Does that mean that Bill been lying to us about
bro. That
the numbers this whole time?
man, if that's
Like,
the
Shoot,
case,
does that
if,
mean? Hold on. Does that
everybody
mean?
be lying about their numbers. Everybody be lying.
But
Everybody be
no.
capping like a mug.
Yeah, but this is super capping because they've already sent you on the letterhead what the numbers were, and you're saying it was something different. And so, if the numbers that you were saying weren't true and the paperwork says something different, how is that going to help your case in proving that your value has dropped? Because the value you've been selling us that you saying Devin was, he wasn't really that value because you came out and said that the numbers you've been telling us was a lie. Does that make sense?
yeah, but and that's why I was just saying like it's kind of hard to believe what Bill actually saying because the shit that you was suing Oscar for, bro, you should have been suing them for. You should have been suing Top Rank for you to open up them books, bro. If you felt like you was getting underpaid or they was lying about the numbers, bro, you ain't even actually got to go to court for you to actually have them open up the books, bro. So I don't feel like that shit true. I don't feel like he was getting underpaid. If that's the case, then shit, you letting them fuck you out of the money at that point.
But then they were saying he was saying the lawsuit is only to sue for the $1 million that Ryan got awarded from the New York State Athletic Commission.
And
So I'm
and
like, what? Don't you got like emotional distress and all of that stuff? So if you having that all going on, how can you even take a fight right now? How can you fight right now without negating your lawsuit?
I think, yeah, that's what I was finna say. I think that's the reason why he hasn't been back in the ring is because of that lawsuit. Because like shit, if you go and fight right now, shit, you can't claim emotional damage and all that shit. And let alone that's no different than an insurance company and shit. You trying to sue a fucking insurance company. They find out your ass outside working and shit. You talking about you supposed to be hurt. Like, man, they gonna throw that shit out the court, man. They gonna throw that shit out the court, bro.
That's what I'm
Yeah, I don't
saying.
understand that lawsuit. It lawsuit is crazy. Talking about emotional damage,
And
man.
then
That's crazy, man.
And even with that situation, bro, how the fuck are you gonna sue? You're suing Oscar for giving back, getting money back that he actually paid out to Ryan. That's the only money that he got back in damages. So I'm trying to understand what is Bill like. Is his lawyers not telling him that shit or what? Like, this shit
I
don't make
don't know.
sense. That man ain't. It ain't like he getting awarded some money. DHP didn't put no money up for that fight. So in that case, if you would have put money up, you would have got rewarded damages for that fight because it's pretty much like the fight never fucking happened for Ryan aspect. So whatever Ryan made off that fight, he had to pretty much give it back, or his purse, I believe that he had to give back. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to.
don't know, but
It just
that's
don't
just
make
my
sense.
question. I'm just like, what's up? Because like if we just kind of sit and analyze it, Devin's turned down a lot of fights.
Yeah,
He's turned
yeah,
down a lot of fights.
Yeah, Dave. I don't know what's going on with him, man. These guys need to get back active, man. I like to see these guys fight at least twice a year. You know,
yeah.
just as a fan, you know what I'm saying. And neither one, nobody's doing. Shakur ain't fighting like he should be. Devin ain't fighting like he should be. Tank ain't fighting like he should be. So yeah, I mean, I can't tell them guys when to fight. They grown men, you know. If they don't never want to fight again, you know. That's on them. They can retire to this
Well,
day.
it's just because the landscape of everything is changing, man. Like sports across
Yeah.
the board is going from to network to streaming. Like everything is changing across the board, period, for all sports. And
Right.
so you just gotta give them time to figure it all out. Like it's just gonna be a rebuilding time. It's gonna be a slow time in boxing. It may be a time
But you
where
know, it's not really slow
American
though. Two
boxing
cent
ain't
though.
just on
It
top.
ain't it
No,
ain't really
this
it
my
ain't
point.
really
I was
slow
gonna say
though.
it might just be a point in time where the American boxers just ain't boxing really ain't on top right now until all this other stuff get worked out. So we'll just have to see.
Hey,
But
but you know what the thing about, and I know people say American boxing. I mean, and what is American boxing? American, what is that? I mean, what is that term? Define what American boxing means to you
I
or anybody.
mean by like a card, card that we got over here, like all the big
it's
names.
the echo. I hear echo. Somebody got a mute or something.
Is that me or that somebody else?
Go ahead. I don't hear. Go ahead. It's not no more.
Oh no, I was just saying. I think he was talking. I think with American boxing, I mean, I think it is more so about the stars that we got over here, like Earl Spence's, Terrence Crawford's, the big names that we got over here, or whatever. That's what I think they mean by
Bam
American.
Rodriguez, all them big name fighters from, even though like if they Mexican or whatever, but they're from America.
Right.
That's what I'm
Hey,
talking about.
you know what though? I'm enjoying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm enjoying the streaming services because it's actually opened up a whole nother area of boxing that a lot of times we wasn't used to getting over here because we were just kind of. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. We were just kind of in our own little bubble where we just kind of watched American boxing only. Now you're starting to realize that there are fighters from other countries that are good fighters, that are entertaining fighters. So that's one thing I got to take my hat off to the turkey that when he put these cards on, I don't mind. I don't mind sitting around Saturday and watching boxing all day long because I'm that type of guy. I'm a boxing junkie, so I can watch boxing all day, every day. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. So I appreciate these stacked cards that we're getting, like this card in February. This to me, that's a stacked card right there. You got Shakur Stevenson and Schofield. You got Daniel Dubois versus from Parker. Who's the main event? Who's the main event on that card?
Uh, you talking
Uh,
about
Bivol
Bivol?
and Better Be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a stacked card to me. That's a stacked card,
It
and
is.
there's really no fight on there where you can just say you got a tomato can versus a guy who's going to destroy him. Like one thing I can say, they have been putting on competitive matchups. You know what I'm saying. So I appreciate a competitive matchup.
But my only issue is why the fuck? I mean, I rather we all in the United States has always been built on them big ass Saturday night fights and shit that we be getting on the weekends on Saturday. So we really locked in. But a nigga fighting at damn near 12 o'clock p.m. on a Saturday and shit when you damn near about to look at a football game, all types of shit. Like, bro, that's crazy to me.
But
But
that
but
just
that's
No,
lets
how it
you
was
know
though.
that
What
they're.
what, what
But
about when
that just
When
lets you
Floyd
know that
fought?
they're not really trying to appeal to an American market. That's what it makes me think. Like
that's
y'all
what
ain't
it
the
th-
market we really trying to appeal to like that shit. If y'all watch it, y'all watch it.
No, but,
and
Floyd when Floyd fought, it was always 11 o'clock when he came on. 11 o'clock, 11:30 for the main event came on.
right, but that's that
Yeah,
Saturday night. That's that Saturday night vibe, bro. You getting
yeah.
everybody pulling up to your crib. Y'all having a little fight party, little kickback, all that shit. But then you damn near can't even have that shit no more. Fucking with Turkey, cause I'm
Do
like,
y'all
it's
know?
damn near like he only putting that shit on only in his country and shit.
To that
You
what
know?
the freaking what you call it fight, the Fury fight came on. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon when I seen that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It didn't come on, and then you got to remember we also lost HBO. We had HBO after Boxing After Dark. We had HBO. So HBO and Showtime, they out of business, man. So that's why we have such a void over here. In the boxing scene in America, because those were our
No, we
staples.
have such a void because all the sports is leaving cable networks and going to streaming.
Streaming
So they
services.
trying to figure out how to work it out with boxing and the live events and the
So you
streaming.
you, you saying that HBO, which was a staple in boxing, it was not. It didn't leave a void, or Showtime, which was a staple in boxing, didn't leave a huge void. Those were
No,
come
that's
on
not what
now.
I said. That's not what I said. I said there's a void because we're trying to figure out how to go from network to streaming and do live events.
Right.
I
I
think
totally.
boxing's biggest obstacle is not is the fact we're not getting you know consistently good matchups, especially from the quote unquote big stars. This is no attack on Tank because this
But
is an
if
attack on
if boxing, because really the boxing is trying to appeal to
Right.
casual fans don't know what a good matchup is for real.
It's the
who
Well, you
hard.
know what? I
who
kind of got
fans.
to give a little pushback on that because you got a lot of YouTube platforms who are now exposing, a lot of these fighters for their resume, who they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? You got pro Canelo fan fight channels. You got pro Devin Haney fight channels. You got pro Tank Davis, fight channel. So you got a lot of channels who are dedicated to one fighter and also dedicated to bashing another fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they kind of taking turns exposing each other. If that makes sense.
That makes sense, but
But even with that, the casual fan ain't on YouTube listening about
exactly,
boxing.
I was finna go there, but I ain't want to do it. I'll let you touch on that too. Sid. That
See,
is true.
y'all insulting the casual fans' intelligence, man. They pay attention.
A
They
lot of
know.
them ain't on YouTube though. A lot of them motherfuckers like
Yeah.
just
They know
like
what track.
because these YouTube channels that you talking about, they ain't like worldwide big.
Right, got a couple thousand people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Well,
like
that dude Showbiz is big, man. That dude got a lot of followers, man. That dude got a lot of subscribers, man. You know what
I
I'm saying?
I agree.
Shit. A lot. You be surprised, because that's what most people get their information from. It's the phone now. That people don't even watch TV no more. That's why you see a lot of these promoters not even promoting the fights anymore, because they're relying on the YouTube channel to promote the fights for them. It's free promotion a lot of times.
No, it
Because
is free promotion. That's true.
you
You know
got
what's
a lot of guys who promote Devin Haney. You got Devin Haney channel, you got Tank Davis channel, you got Canelo channel, you got Teofimo Lopez channels. You got all kind of different channels that promote their particular fighter. So
then you
it's
got the biggest platforms like what I'm saying, like $1 million worth of game, and you got motherfucking it is what it is.
the Rise podcast. No, that's Tank Davis channel. You know what I'm saying? The Rise and all that.
You
Right,
know
but
what I find
go ahead,
that
my bad.
I didn't see $1 million worth of game. I didn't see it is what it is. I didn't see one. I mean, you still got time, but yeah, I find it kind of strange. Neither one of them got into the tank yet. His upcoming fight.
What are you talking about?
That could. I'm talking about like the mainstream like culture platforms like the actual
Uh-huh.
support boxing that put the
Uh-huh.
boxers on
Uh-huh.
$1 million worth of game. And it is what it is. Can't makes his platform.
You know what? Bro? You said something too. You triggered a little thought when you said that. You remember when Floyd used to come on ESPN? See, a lot of these fighters don't go on ESPN no more. But he used to have them back and forth with Brian Kenny. See, Floyd was on network television, which is
Right.
ESPN. A lot of these guys aren't getting up there, on these platforms like that, which
But
is a
they
huge
need to, that's
platform.
what they need to be doing, is going around to these different platforms doing interviews and talking. But I mean, I don't know why they don't. I mean, Bill does it, but he's not a fighter. But I don't know why they don't
But see,
utilize the
thing
free.
about Bill, you can't put him on ESPN because he got so much. He got like so much luggage with him. I can't really say that, but ESPN is kind of like a corporate type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I,
they're
I
only
would
gonna have
because
certain people on there.
I done seen Bill on Vlad TV, a couple other big platforms.
Man,
Yeah,
Vlad, the police, man. That dude gonna get you
Yeah,
locked up, man.
yeah. All right. That's something we definitely agree on. That nigga definitely the police asking all them police ass questions. But yeah, Bill, yeah, he been making his rounds. But my thing is this: I feel like Bill's more so now still in the spotlight from his son. Like a lot of people want to hear more from Devin than they want to hear from Bill, bro. But Devin he ain't really doing interviews like that.
I mean, he probably just don't got it. The personality. You see, every time Devin do an interview, he just contradict whatever the hell Bill been talking about.
So, ain't nobody worse than Schofield, Pop Schofield, man. That dude out of control right there, man.
Yeah,
Schofield won't even let his son talk, man.
That dude funny. He funny. That nigga funny.
and that's why I said, bro, he one of them. Like I don't necessarily see Bill coming off like Schofield. Like Schofield just come off as a controlling ass individual. Like it ain't even like you really ain't. His son really don't even got no say so about the shit.
What you think? You think Devin got say so about something? I don't think so. I don't
I
think
think he got more than Schofield, man.
I think he'd have that. I think he'd probably had that talk with Devin probably off camera or some shit, but I don't think it's more so like how Schofield dad be trying to like he on some army
Schofield
shit.
dad to like punch you on camera. Bill gonna wait till y'all get in the car.
Yeah. That's how I looked at it.
Well, yo, I like what Andre Ward is doing. You know, his show. I think they should reach out to Tank. You know, and try to do an interview with Andre Ward.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
You know,
That
Andre
is-
Ward. It's like Andre Ward and them. It's like they don't fool with PBC fighters.
Nah, I think that's not even that, man. I think Tank probably not trying to fuck. See, the one thing I respect about Tank, if he don't fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? He don't fuck with you. There's something to respect about that. And I don't think he fucks with Andre Ward like that, though. He don't fuck with
But
a lot of people.
what reason would he have not to fuck with Andre Ward? Because he said some. Because he said some.
That's his core people. That's his core man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I think like he ain't fucking with Andre just cause
But he still might do an interview.
yeah, that's true. That's
He
true.
might.
That's why I just said that's gonna be kind of hard because like he really like that. If you don't like no different than what he did with Najee, bro.
Just like how Earl did an interview with Sean Porter, and Sean Porter was like, "You think I be hating on you?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." Told that boy
But-
like, "Yeah, I think you be hating on me." But yeah, what's up?
But Earl's cut different. You know what I'm saying? Earl, Tank, he's one of them. You know what I mean? So, and I respect about that. That's one thing I can say I respect about Tank. You know, if you don't fuck with you, you're not gonna fucking, you know, he ain't gonna act like, you know what I'm saying, you know, be cool, whatever and shit.
Like that's what I'm trying to say, cause it's like even like Najee done did a couple different interviews with Shakur. He ain't never spazzed like he spazzed with the Keyshawn shit. Like you tell that nigga you don't get no more motherfucking interviews. Y'all said, well damn. I'm just like, well damn, like what the fuck? But a lot of people saying there's a lot of underlying situations to that situation though, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Probably is. It be stuff we don't be know about. We just be seeing in the end, the aftermath. I mean, we got to come up making up all kind of assumptions, thinking that they making a decision based off what we know. When they,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It be
Right.
a whole lot of other stuff going on.
You know what I'm looking forward to, and I might be telling on my age, but you remember back in ESPN when they used to have all the champions who fought each other. They would come and they would all sit down together in their older years, and they were able to talk to each other. You know, talk about this fight, talk about that fight. Are we gonna ever get that with the Devins and the Shakurs and the Tank, where these guys get in their 50s and their 60s, and they can sit down and talk to each other? You know what I'm saying? Like Lennox and Tyson and Holyfield, and Larry Holmes, all them guys was in the same room together. It was actually this.
I don't even think they having. I don't even think they having fights like that. They even be talking about.
Right.
Yeah, that's because they hadn't fought each other. That's the thing. If you don't fight each other, you can't have that conversation. When we had Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns and Marvin Hagler, you know, and Roberto Duran, they was all in the same room talking to each other because they all fought each other.
Earl could do it. Earl could do it with Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Ugas, Terrence Crawford. He could do it with them fighters, but I can't think of nobody really who could do it with. Like, who would Terrence Crawford do that with?
Yeah, only with Errol Spence and Sean Porter. That's about it.
And what about like Shakur?
Yeah, like I said, those guys need to fight each other, man. I mean, unfortunately, it'd be nice if they always to fight each other. That way, you just go ahead and get it on out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then even Shakur and Devin, they need to fight each other. I mean, it's only 5 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that much of a weight difference. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where I'm at with it, bro. Like, even if the nigga Tank ain't fighting them niggas, I feel like it's other big fights for them as well, bro. Like, I just want to see all the motherfuckers mix it up. I don't care who fight who first. I just want to see y'all fight each other.
But you know why we hold Tank to a higher standard than all the motherfuckers? Because Tank's supposed to be Tank is him. He's supposed to be him. So when you're him, we want, we expect you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, fight him.
So if you think he him, what makes you think all those other fighters so eager to fight him?
Well, the other guys in different weight classes, you know, I think Tank is maxed out as far as weight. He can't. He don't have the ability to move like Devin Haney could probably move up to 154 pounds because he's this big. He's a big kid. You know, Tiafimo could probably move to 147. I don't think Tank has the frame. I mean, Tank's a small fighter. He's a small guy, so I can't see him moving up to 140 or 147 pounds. I think that's just too big a weight jump for him.
How long
So
Devin gonna be a kid? That is a grown man.
I mean, not a kid like that, but you know, I mean, I just say that because I'm older than him, but he's not like a kid, but he's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just a boxing term. I think you'll be even Daniel Dubois. I call him a kid, even though he's a freaking lot bigger than I am. You know, it's because of his age or whatever. In the boxing, you know, if you're in your 20s, they still call you a kid, even though you're a
But
champion.
I don't think Devin Haney got too many weight cuts in him before that shit really catch up to him.
No, he got to go to 140. He got to fight at 147. That's why the Tank fight never happens, because it's just too much of a Devin's just too big of a fighter to fight Tank. As far as the weight wise, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, ain't no niggas finna. And that's why I was saying, ain't no nigga finna be dumb enough to let a nigga walk in on some middleweight shit, bro.
Regis was.
True.
Regis got played.
Hey, but you gotta remember, Regis came in at 157. So they basically gave up with about an 8-pound weight difference or something like that. I think Devin was like 164 or 163, something in that neighborhood.
Well, how the fuck
157?
Yeah, Regis came in at 157.
But what I'm trying to understand is how the fuck can you gain that amount of weight in a 24-hour span, bro?
David Benavidez do it too. Canelo did it too. All them guys be gaining weight.
He was the snack guy buddy.
Yeah, Canelo, he used to gain. I remember Canelo when he fought 180. He weighed in at 152. The next day, this dude was like 179. Then I seen him weigh in at 182. I seen Canelo put on 27 pounds overnight.
That shit crazy.
We keep forgetting when Floyd did that to that motherfucker Montez and shit. They probably catch weight at 144. Floyd came in damn near 160 pounds and shit. But we don't, you know, I mean, he did catch some flack, but I didn't give him no flack. Yeah. It is what it is. Shit.
Who, Floyd got some flack?
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught flack from, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't make the weight on the Marquez fight. He blew it off. I think he missed weight by 3 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, the same shit he told Ryan to do.
Man, I didn't tell Ryan to do that shit.
Nah, I keep listening.
I'm too. I don't know. I'm just even seeing that nigga on live holding up 3. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Too much into it.
I got a question. Why does weight matter so much in the lower weight classes, but in the heavyweight division, it's not an issue? Because you got guys giving up 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds.
Because they bigger.
Yeah, you know, this is like
because they bigger.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because they bigger.
Yeah, 50 pounds is 50 pounds. I mean, Usyk, Deontay Wilder gave up 30, 40 pounds several occasions. You know what I'm saying?
And they all got power.
But I mean, power is relative.
The small guys ain't got power though. Like you say, any punch can change a heavyweight fight. All small guys ain't got the smaller guys ain't got that.
The motherfuckers all grown men, whether you 135 or 140 or 200. The only day you're grown men. So
you know what? I think a lot of those guys are actually hurting themselves, man, when they starving themselves to get these smaller weight classes. They will actually be better fighters if they fought closer to their natural weight. They will be stronger. You know, they will have more energy. They will be everything. It's like you're trying to be like a weight bully or something. You know, just fight, you know, what your natural weight is. You know, you're going to feel better. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter how big a dude is. If he can't hit you, he can't hurt you.
You know who benefits from that shit right there? The sanctioning body. Nobody else. The fighters ain't benefiting. You know what I'm saying? The promoters benefiting.
Shout out Tony Reviews on the. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, I just hopped in to say the reason why at heavyweight it makes such a big difference than the lower weights is when the human body gets around 200 pounds. That's why they made heavyweight 200 plus. everybody can knock anybody out if you know how to throw a punch because of the force that you can generate with all that body weight behind you. So it seems to be around 200 pounds is where you can really start to generate a lot of force. And it doesn't matter if a guy outweighs you by 60 pounds, 80 pounds. If you can catch him on the chin, you'll put him down. That's why it's different than like when you see the little dudes outweighing the little dudes, is because they don't have enough body behind them. I mean, some little guys are freaks of nature. You always have the off chance of somebody hitting like a heavyweight. You know what I mean?
Right.
But normally, on average, when guys are 200 pounds plus and they know how to punch, even a soft puncher at 200 plus pounds is still going to hit hard compared to somebody normal.
You got a point, bro.
Shout out to
Yeah.
a Kilo Netter with the $5 super chat. He said
Yeah,
5
you-
on the
nah.
weed. Shout out to Kilo.
That's right on. Now you right, brother. But when I fought amateur, when I fought pro, when I fought amateur, I was 201, and I was fighting professional. I fought cruiserweight, and I had a couple fights at heavyweight too. Even though I was a smaller guy, but I was still able to do my thing, against bigger guys because of the speed advantage and stuff
Oh,
like
I
that.
was a
So,
Devin Haney, like 100% Devin Haney. I would fight 165, so middleweight in amateurs. And by the time I was fortunate enough that I fought for a gym where we had world champions. So our amateur fights would roll out before the professional fights, right? So we would do the day before weigh-ins, like the pros, and we would open the shows when there was like barely anybody there. But
yeah,
I
pro
would weigh
am.
in around like 162 to 3, and then by fight night I'd be 185, 190. And
God, you blowing up on. That's messed
yeah.
up.
But I mean, it's easy. Like really, truly, 15. I would say probably about 15 pounds is lost right before the weigh-in. You just get in the sauna with a rubber suit and you just dehydrate yourself. Other tricks of the trade that we used to do, and it's going to sound crazy. Do a laxative. A laxative, you won't get 5 to 10 pounds of waste out of your body that you don't need. Plus, it also drains the fluid. And fluid you can put back on very quickly.
Yeah, chewing bubble gum, spitting all day. But only reason time you couldn't really do that was when you had those 3-4 day tournaments where you had to weigh in every day, so you couldn't blow up
like
like
golden
that.
gloves.
Otherwise,
You
you're
can't really
gonna
do it
miss
in
weight.
golden gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah, you go to the national, the region, and the national. You got to weigh in every day. You really had to be, watch what you ate. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be blowing up. 10 to 8 pounds, none of that stuff. You had to be on point, because if not, you're gonna get disqualified. If you don't make your weight.
Yeah, you'll also see a lot of people though, like they'll have national tournaments a weight class or two higher than where they have most of their amateur bouts at, because you can't deplete yourself. You just have to go straight through.
Yeah, that's a lot of abuse on the body unnaturally.
But yeah,
Nah,
I just
it
wanted to
is,
say,
man.
real fast, I don't care if Devin Haney came in 250 pounds. He's not hurting Tank. He'd be more likely to hurt his hand before he hurt anybody else. That dude has got bunny paws for fists, and it don't matter what he weighs.
Now we can't just dismiss the man like that, man. That's a professional
But
fighter.
also that weight that's no different than Wilder shit when he was fighting Zane and Tyson Fury, bro. Like them niggas coming in big as hell, so they laying on you, bro. That shit take a lot of your strength away, bro. A nigga
Yo,
that's laying on you.
Wilder
I'ma
to
tell you.
me is he's just too small. Like he's 6'7", walks around 212. That is teeny for a 6'7" man. Like he just never had enough weight for the upper echelon bigger men, in my
Right.
opinion. Like
I
for
think-
his
I think-
frame. Now, like if you took a guy like say Usyk, who's 6'3" and he was 212, he would be fine because he fills out his frame. But at 6'7", 212 pounds is not a lot of mass.
Now, exactly. When I've seen him weigh in at 213 and look sick. He looked sick last time he weighed in 213. The best Wilder weight is 227. That's his sweet spot right there. When he fought Romain Stavern, when he came in 225, 226, that's the perfect weight for Wilder right there. 238 when he fought Tyson Fury. I think the third time that was too heavy. So Wilder's got a sweet spot. It's like 224 to 227. That's a perfect weight for Deontay Wilder right there.
I could agree with that because Wilder is one of them wiry built dudes who's meant to be thin, so he keeps his speed. Like 90% of his power is speed. It's not true power. It's just if you ever watched him, whenever he was in like his up and coming fights, the way that he goes from say 0.0 to the target is like a sprinter. He comes so fast out of the block with that straight right that's where he's generating his power. That's why when Tyson Fury figured it out, then Joseph Parker, Zhang, etc., they smother him and he's got no power.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, exactly. A lot of times too, Wilder was getting them knockouts because those guys didn't see the punch coming because it was coming so fast. They caught him by surprise. They didn't see it.
Oh, he was punching through that guard.
Yeah, exactly. You punch through their guard, and like I know a lot of them times Wilder had a tremendous speed on that right hand, and next thing you know, like freaking Dominic Brazil, he didn't see that punch coming. He walked right into it, man. That punch came like a missile, and he just crumbled. Crazy. He just crumbled like a building. You know what I'm saying? Didn't see the shot.
I'm just wondering if I'm just thinking like, damn, if ain't I'm just thinking if Wilder was able to squeeze down to cruiserweight.
We got Flyer Frequency on the panel. What up, Flyer?
What's up, y'all?
Let Peyton and then you go ahead and give your 2 cents for the show. Go ahead, Peyton for.
Oh no, I was just saying like I feel like if Wilder was able to squeeze down to like cruiserweight, I think that he would probably have a longevity in a career. I don't think because I feel like once he moved up, once he got to them bigger guys, it's just like shit. Like you said,
he'll get ducked like crazy at cruiserweight.
I think so for sure.
But not at this time right now. The Wilder's almost 40 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Wilder's definitely on the tail end of his career. So and he's been hurt. He's been knocked out so many times now. It's like he's kind of like Roy Jones. Man, Roy's my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters. But when Roy got knocked out, he was never the same. He couldn't take a punch anymore. Every time you touch Roy, he got Bambi legs. And that's
why does one knockout make it like, oh, now you can't take a punch no more? Like, why does that happen?
It doesn't happen with everybody. It happens with some fighters. Some fighters are fine, and some fighters can't. And Roy Jones was one of those guys. You got to remember, he got knocked out by freaking Glenn Johnson, and Glenn Johnson was not known as a puncher. But he hit Roy one time, and Roy Jones went to sleep. You know, so I think Roy was one of them fighters. Just when he got hurt, he just every time you touch him, he got hurt.
We got VA Money Group on the panel. What up, VA Money Group?
What's up?
All right, Flyer Frequency, what's up? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? And then we got VA Money Group.
Oh, to add on, just to say something about what he was saying about people getting knocked out and then it's easy for them to get knocked out all of a sudden. I call that being knockout prone. I did see that in Roy Jones. It seems like once he got knocked out at one time, then he just kept getting knocked out. But I wanted to ask y'all, so y'all subscribe to the fact that Wilder got cheated by Fury? Y'all don't think that Fury was cheating?
No, I think Wilder got cheated by Fury. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, of course. Especially
I think he fought him dirty. And I think maybe in one of them fights, he probably did get cheated. I don't think he got cheated in all three of them. I think he fought him dirty, though.
Shout out to Gregory Quarterbaum with the $5 in the super chat. He says, Happy New Year's to you, 2 Cents Boxing and the chat. I am enjoying the conversation tonight. Shout out to Mr. Greg for the $5 in the super chat. Y'all be sure to help support the channel. Y'all know they done doubled this price on this StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard they did me dirty, and I don't even be going live. I guess they forcing me to go live now because they because they had some kind of promo where you can do a week, 7 days, a trial or whatever, to have the core option or whatever. And so I did that, and then on the 7th day when I went to go cancel the joint, it had went through on me already.
Damn.
So I was like, dang, $44 it was.
And it was, they literally doubled it. Like, here are your new
and I ain't go live not one time, yo. So, and the whole passed by or whatever. So I said, damn, I had to now. They done made me pay for it.
y'all do just support the channel. It is not free to do a YouTube channel. You do have expenses that you have to cover, and all of your donations do go to helping expand the 2 Cents Boxing brand. But what's your 2 Cents frequent flyer? What you got for the show?
Oh yeah. You know, with all of the loose glove flopping around and all of that stuff, yeah, man, I think Fury definitely cheated. You know, why his gloves ain't still flopping around when he fighting other people now, you know? And since they called him out on it, his gloves never did that again, you know, even in the next
I
fight
think it's
with
crazy
Wilder.
how people like literally just overlook it. Like, I'm like, y'all remember when that thing went viral where I think it was like, is it a blue dress or a white dress or something like that? Y'all remember that? So I'm like, is this one of those things where it's like, is the glove flopping or is it not flopping? Like, do some people not see this glove flopping? Like, I don't understand. Like, it was flopping. Like, it was flopping.
I think the damage that they took, I think the damage that Wilder took, you know, might have messed him up too, you know. Just like
he had a fucking egg shape on. He had an egg shape on the side of his fucking head, bro. Like that shit crazy.
Yeah. I think that was because I think that was from the horsehair gloves, though.
Hey, who did the other heavyweight that got hit in the side? It just happened recently. This dude got his jaw dislocated or something, and he had this big old dent in the side of his face, man. Oh man, what fight was that? It was a two black guys fight. It was the Fabio Wardley fight. I think when he fought the other, he hit that dude right, and that dude had a dent in the side of his face, man.
Yeah,
but I wanted to continue and say though, it's crazy how a lot of times, you know, it get overlooked when a fighter get cheated and stuff like that, and it ruins their career. You know, they seem like they never be the same again. Like I was going to mention David Reed. You know, I actually know David Reed. You know, and he got cheated by Trinidad. And a lot of people don't believe that, or they don't acknowledge it, or whatever. But if you look at that, yeah, he definitely cheated because he was, you know, they was excessively wrapping his hands. And when he fought Bernard Hopkins refused to come out unless they checked his wraps again. And they checked his hands and they said that he had his hands wrapped, you know, like they was like casts. Yes, he was stacking. Yeah, they said his hands was like casts, like he was fighting with casts on. And his trainer said, the guy that wrapped his hands said that he always get it done, wrapped like that. And you know, and then fighters was coming out saying, I forget which fighter it was, but one of the fighters said that it hurt even when he blocked the shots. He said he didn't even want to block the shots because it was hurting his arms and stuff from, you know, blocking the shots. So yeah, he definitely cheated. Yeah, he was cheating.
Some people say
once they made him wrap his hands the regular way, he had his power went away, and Bernard, you know what happened? The executioner knocked him out. You know, made him look like his power. He ain't had no power at all.
I mean, to me, that's very subjective because you got B-Hop, who's one of the greatest defensive fighters ever. So, like, did the raps matter or not? We don't know because he may have never caught B-Hop clean anyway because of how good his defense was. So no matter how hard you hit, if you can't land on the target, you can't transfer that power, whether you're cheating or not cheating. So it's very hard with a fighter like B-Hop who rarely gets hit, and when he does get hit, it's not clean, to know.
He definitely got hit in that fight though, bro.
But he's rolling with a lot of the shots when he gets hit. He's not really getting hit clean on because he's so good defensively. Even when they hit, they really don't hit. And Coach Eddie could tell you about that. Like, you can roll with shots. My issue with the floppy glove is this. If you were to go into a fight like that, and this is coming from somebody who actually fought, you would break your wrist. Your wrist would be so susceptible to get broken. There is a reason why the gloves are put on the way they are. There's a reason why whenever you get your hands taped, it goes past your wrist down to your forearm whenever you're doing the gall wraps and tape. It's to protect your wrist. If you had a 10-ounce glove flapping over your wrist going backwards, it would be very easy to break your wrist. Like, all that's gonna pull back is.
No, you sound like you.
So let me. So wait. So
did
you see the glove flopping or not? No, I'm asking you. Did you see it flopping or not? I hear what you're saying, and you might be right. Or what's the glove
No, I
flopping or
see
not?
Tyson Fury doing what many boxers have done, and I'm sure if we go through videos, you
So
can see
you
it.
didn't see the glove flopping.
Look,
No,
no,
he
it's not flopping.
he's
What
flicking.
you're
Not
seeing,
only
He's
that,
what
flicking
you're
the jab.
seeing is that you got to understand. Tyson Fury has got a hand like a fucking baseball glove. You're watching him open up his palm and reach back. Your hand is not locked into a fist. All right, you can move the glove up and down with your fingertips. That's how you parry and catch.
but
You
in the
catch a
corner,
shot by opening up your mitt.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
but bro,
I'm
you
telling
can't.
you, I'm not. I'm telling dude.
You can't be smashing on the gloves in the corner though, bro. Like you can't be pressing in on the gloves, bro. Like that's
Hold on one
Yes,
second. No, they do it all the time. Mike Tyson used to punch a freaking wall with his gloves on.
Yeah.
They tell you when you put those gloves on, your trainer holds those gloves and you push your hand in as far as you can get it. You want your knuckles to get as close to that freaking padding as you can possibly get.
Yeah, but fighters were experienced fighters was speaking on, you know, the benefits, the advantage that it gives you by not having your glove all the way on one hand. You only do it on one hand.
What Tyson Fury was doing, he Tyson backhands a lot. He will backhand you. He flicks a lot of his punches and he hits you with the back of the hand. He's backhanding you a lot. Yeah.
Coach Eddie, please let me ask this dude. How the hell would it benefit you for your fist to be in the wrist of the glove? Please tell me.
Because as various ways according to what they were showing, they said that it gives you reach. You can flick. You can use that as a flicking jab in the person's face to set them up for the hard shot.
Look at this.
Smacking them with the glove and all of that stuff.
Right here. Look at that. 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 That look natural. Look at that.
His hand is open. And what he's doing right now, he's hitting it with a palm. That's called a palm strike. He's hitting it with the palm of his hand. Hold on, listen. He's hitting it with the palm of his hand. That hurts. You hit somebody with the palm of your hand, it hurts. He's hitting Deontay Wilder with the palm of his hand.
But why is the momentum like that?
He's flicking. He's flicking the punch. He's flicking it.
He's flicking with his hand wide. Like if you were to look at his palm, if you had
his hand is open. His hand is open,
wide open, and he's coming with a slap. But here's my point that I'm trying to make. If you were punching like that, right? Then if you were to ball up your fist right now, you would be hitting where your thumb is. The thumb's going to be on the side because it's in a mitt. So move your thumb to the side. You would be hitting with the downside of the
be serious right now.
There's no power there.
Yeah, they serious. They really trying to defend that. You see, this is the stuff that get people mad, bro.
We're not
trying to make you think you ain't seeing what you're seeing and stuff, bro.
Y'all not defending. Look, palm strikes hurt. That is an illegal punch. You hit somebody with the palm of your hand, it hurts.
I'm not talking about a palm.
He didn't hit him with a palm strike. Deontay Wilder blocked the shot and his hand wiggled like that, bro. He didn't smack Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder put his hand up to block it.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me share my screen again. I want y'all to let's critically think here for a second. Let me ask y'all this. So you telling me, all right, boom. You see, hold on. Wait till I do it again. You see how far back that is? So you telling me his hand is going below his wrist? You see where that is right there?
His hand's
okay.
You see how far back that glove is?
Yeah,
and then you see the momentum it swings forward with and swings back in with.
All right, so 2 cents. This is what y'all are saying. Y'all saying that he took his fingers.
Look.
No, I'm asking. You saying that he took his fingers out of the finger portion of the glove and made a fist. So the finger portion of the glove has nothing in it. That's what you're saying, right?
The fist is where the wrist is at. Where the wrist of the glove would come off, bro. That's where his fist is at.
It's something
the glove not gonna come off because the gloves are taped on, bro. The gloves are taped on.
Wow.
Listen, it's something in the glove making the momentum shift and swing the way it is in the glove.
Yeah,
look how
I guess
that
that's
glove
an egg-shaped form.
Back, and look at that tape coming up. Look at that tape coming up right there because the momentum of the
gloves are taped on, right? The gloves are taped on, right?
Y'all see that? Y'all
He
see
trying
that
to
right
act like the gloves will come off. No, the gloves are taped on at the around the top of the wrist, bro.
Boom.
All
Now
right,
watch.
so
Now watch. Now watch the momentum of how far this swing back.
What do you mean?
Look at
What
that.
do you
Look at
mean
that.
glove is?
Look at that. Look at. Come on, y'all.
He don't want to see it, so he not going to see it.
Okay,
That's all.
flyer.
Am I tripping?
Okay,
Y'all
hey,
telling me I'm
hold on.
tripping.
Let me get in here real fast. First off, okay, time out. Coach Eddie, I want you to do this, right? Because what they're trying to say from my mind, envisioning a glove, right, is Tyson Fury is slipping his knuckles down out of the mitt. So his fingers are no longer tucked into the front part of the mitt. He's sliding back, making a fist, right?
that's the
Now,
only way you can do it.
if he's hitting them like that, that means he's hitting with the bottom of the knuckles. Like if you were to ball up your fist and look at the bottom of your knuckles, he's kind of slapping like that, hitting with the bottom knuckles. He would break his knuckles so fucking fast, it would not even be funny if you were throwing with force like that. Literally, you're losing 70% of your power by slapping with the bottom of your knuckles. And every time you hit something, you're risking breaking it. There's a
Bro,
reason why when you punch.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but obviously he
the
cheated the way
wraps
we don't
go
know
over
nothing
the
about.
knuckles, bro. What are you talking about? The wraps go over the knuckles. You know that too. I don't know why you trying to play like it don't.
Listen to me, Flyer. The wraps go over the top of your knuckles. He would not be able to hit with the top of his knuckle. He would be hitting with his bottom knuckles. If you were to ball up a fist, turn your fist to where you're looking at your palm, he would have to hit with them bottom knuckles. Those knuckles do have gall on top of them. Those knuckles right there would break so damn fast, it would be crazy to even do it.
I think the allegation is that Tyson Fury took his fingers out of the finger portion of the glove, pulled them out, and there was an egg, something like an egg-shaped form in those gloves where his fingers were supposed to be at. So he pulled his fingers out of the mid part of the glove and somehow made a fist. So basically that part of the glove has nothing in it but something that has an egg weight or something like that. So that's what they said. I didn't say it. That's what they said. So if that's the case, I mean the boxing commission is in on it, because if you check those gloves, see one thing, the referee before the fight, they come out, they're supposed to touch your glove and check it. The referee's supposed to touch your glove and check
Can y'all tell
Tyson
me
Fury got caught cheating with his gloves one time already before, bro, in a real fight.
Can y'all name me the fights the commission caught somebody cheating?
Now I said you're supposed to
Zero.
check the glove as the ref. When you ref a fight, I ref fight, you're supposed to touch that guy's glove. You're supposed to touch, you're supposed to feel them and make sure they right. You're supposed to do that.
Here's my biggest question. All right. Let's say hypothetically y'all are correct, right? I know Coach Eddie has boxed. I have boxed. Coach Eddie, if I had a metal object at the end of my glove and I hit you in the face with it, would you not know really fast that that's not my fucking knuckles? It would feel completely different.
And what you supposed to do? Yeah. And what you supposed to do?
You would tell the ref immediately.
Bring it to the ref. Hey, this dude got something in his gloves, man.
His gloves are loaded. Like what?
Well, how about the fact that Deontay Wilder actually had a fractured skull, though, bro?
Okay,
you know what?
I think they've proved he cheated already, though. For like they proved it.
But hold on, we talking about fractured skulls aren't uncommon in boxing. We just seen the dude literally get his skull fractured. He got Warley. He friggin' he put a dent in that dude's face.
Tyson Fury hitting that hard, he could fracture somebody's skull.
people get the jaw broke off. Hold on, Edison Miranda. Hold on, Edison Miranda, which is a 168-pound fighter. He broke Arthur Abraham's jaw. People get their jaw and their face broke all the time in boxing.
It's easy to
hold on, wait a minute. Triple G broke a bunch of orbital bones. Errol Spence broke a bunch of orbital bones. People get the face broken in boxing. What are you talking about?
These guys are welterweight. The side of his head is temple, bro.
Yes, you can get your face broke, bro.
You said a bunch.
That's no different than
has done this to one fighter, and we ain't seen him do it before that, and we ain't seen him do it since.
Or show no kind of power like that.
Errol Spence ain't broke everybody's eye socket either.
Yeah, but you said a bunch, not once.
Went to a whole motherfucking fight with Margarito with his face looking how it was looking.
Bro, we not talking about an orbital bone though. That's a common thing that happens in boxing. An orbital bone getting broken or a jaw being broken. But we talking about the side of the skull being cracked, bro.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna give you an answer. I fought this guy, professional fight. His name is Chris Jordan. We fought in a 4-round fight. And when he came out of the locker room, I swear to God, that dude whole head had dents in it. I dented his freaking head. He had knots all over his head, and he was dented up.
You
And
had an
those were
egg
with some
weight in
10
your
ounce,
jaw.
those with some 10-ounce gloves on.
Coach Eddie, let's go to the
I
most
promise you.
severe one.
You
What
had
about
an egg weight in your jaw.
what
No,
about
I have
Okay,
huge
so
knuckles.
let me ask y'all a
hold on. Let
question.
me say this
Wait,
real quick.
hold on,
Wait,
Tony,
hold on. Hold on,
Tony, hold on. Let me say this. So I've never seen a glove flop like that before that or after
Muhammad
that.
Ali. Muhammad Ali glove did that. So look at it. He flicked with it. Ali's glove did it.
a bunch
Ali's
of
glove
Go look at the Joe Frazier Ali fight
will
when they
flick past
when they
90
fought
degree angle.
when they fought the Thriller in Manila. The glove was flopping. This is not nothing new. Flopping gloves this is nothing new at
You
all.
went all
Why his
the way
glove
back
ain't
to
flop
Muhammad
ever
Ali,
again,
and
bro?
anybody
Why his
closer
glove
to
ain't
Flopping,
flop
the
ever
same.
again?
It's so many
People, I
fighters
asked you who
gloves
glove
flop.
flop. You went all the way to the Thriller in Manila. Can we name something more recent?
Glove flop. I mean, if you flick your punches, your glove's gonna flop.
Why his glove ain't flop again though?
Why his glove ain't flop
That
against
sounds so
Usyk?
funny, bro. His glove never flopped again, bro.
Why he ain't
Come
flop against
on,
Usyk?
y'all.
What do you mean?
He
He was
Man,
definitely
doing the
needed a
same.
floppy glove
Hold on.
against
Pause.
Usyk.
Yes, he did. He was doing the same thing to Dillian White before he knocked him out with an uppercut. He was flicking his jab the same way.
No,
Go watch that
Right.
fight. Go watch
it
that
wasn't
fight.
flopping like that, bro. It
Go
wasn't.
watch it. Go watch
oh
back the
God.
Dillian White fight.
That
Furthermore,
just
I
means
wanted to
he
say
was
this.
cheating the
Let
same
me
way.
let me get this out. We've seen something way worse than what happened to Deontay Wilder. What about Bandu Jack whenever it looked like somebody took an axe to his head?
Y'all got
Yeah,
it, bro. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it.
I mean, y'all acting like it's only one way to cheat in boxing. Man, people
No,
throw
we not.
elbows in boxing.
They
People throw
do.
forearm. People headbutt.
Why
People
why
punch
why
in the
we think
nuts. People do
why
all
we
kind of stuff in boxing. I
how
We're
mean,
we
just
acting
talking
like
about
that's
the
the
way.
only way
it's
somebody
a
cheat?
We're
We're not
talking
saying
about.
dirty
that.
We're
We're just
sport,
talking
talking
about
man.
about
the
that.
way. We're talking about the way Tyson
So
Fury
you
cheated
did.
against Wilder.
What's so crazy though is Wilder himself said, "I'm gonna come out with the evidence." Where was the evidence? It never got released. Then Wilder also said,
He
"Oh
did.
my."
He did show the
No, he
evidence.
did not. No, he did
He
not.
had a
No, he did
scan.
not. He came out.
He had a medical document showing that his skull was fractured, bro.
Oh
That is
God,
not
man.
proof.
How
You
was
said
that
look.
not
Autopsy. Yeah,
proof?
he had an autopsy, like his brother said he
He
had an
had
So
the
y'all
autopsy.
think
autopsy. You
so?
correct.
Yeah,
He
So
had the autopsy.
he
The
said he had an
autopsy.
autopsy. That mean
this
the
is
dude was
crazy.
dead.
Yeah, they went to the
This
morgue.
is crazy. Are y'all serious?
Look, they just not. They don't like Deontay Wilder. That's
That
I
ain't got
noticed
nothing to do with
people
that,
The
bro.
people
man
don't
was
like
cheating,
somebody.
bro. The
It
man
do
was
got
cheating.
something to do with it, bro.
No,
What
it
you mean
don't.
they don't got nothing to do with it?
What's so crazy about
No,
It's just a
what's so
coincidence.
crazy about this A-weight stuff is this. First, it was, Mark Greenland poisoned my water. No proof of that ever came out. Then it was, my suit was too heavy. He lied about that.
Proof of that did come
He
out, bro.
never really said that. That was a
Tyson
rumor.
Fury said, "Where you get that water from?" I'm not drinking that.
well,
Come
No,
on,
no,
bro.
hold on one
Fire
second.
Mark Greenland
Hold
because
on,
of
brother.
it.
It's not that I'm hating. It's just my boxing experience, just being involved, fighting, coaching in this sport for over 30 years. I don't see any benefit of doing that at all. I mean, now there are ways you can slap people and they can hurt, like hitting with the palm of the glove. Tyson does palm you. That is illegal punch. You can thumb somebody. I know how to cheat with boxing gloves. You can take your thumb and you can stick it in somebody's eye on purpose. You can do that. You can backhand somebody. You can hit somebody with your forearm. You can hit somebody with your elbow, which we've seen Tyson Fury do all that. Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter. Tyson Fury is a quote. He is a
So why
dirty
wouldn't you think he would
fighter.
Yeah,
cheat
yeah,
Deontay Wilder?
He is
So
a
what's the
dirty fighter.
argument?
No doubt about it. He's a dirty fighter.
So
yeah.
what's the argument?
But look, coach. He got caught already by in a real fight. A referee caught him cheating with his gloves before. You know that, right?
I believe it.
No, he did not.
Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter. He's
Nobody
a dirty
And
fighter.
look, and they said the reason they said one of the benefits why people would try to do that is it makes their jab, the reach on their jab longer, and it's a jab that you can flick in somebody's face before you throw the power punch, before you throw the left hand.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to make your jab longer, all you gotta do is open your hand up. You don't have to remove your fingers out of the glove. You just
You
open
don't.
your hand up and you just
And you know
flick it.
what's so
Yeah,
funny
but
right
it makes
That's
it
all
flick
you gotta
more
do.
though.
You
It
know
makes
what's
it
so funny
flick
about
more though, and especially if you got an egg weight in there.
that? No.
Man,
What's
that
so
man ain't
funny
had no
about
egg weight in his gloves, man.
Hey,
Come on,
Coach
bro.
Eddie, what he doesn't understand,
Have
like,
y'all seen that glove flipping back and forth? Y'all
Coach
can't
Eddie.
be serious.
Yeah.
Yo, Coach Eddie, this is what I want to tell you. What they don't even realize is
Hold
the
on, y'all.
fact that
Hold
it
on,
would
y'all.
make
Let
no
me get
sense.
this super chat. Shout out to Slap Happy Gorilla Daddy P with the $1.99 in the super chat. He said, salute 2 Cent and the chat. I love the chat. Shout out to Slap Happy Gorilla Daddy P for the one.
Okay, so what I
Coach
want
Eddie,
is,
how old are you,
hold
Coach
on,
Eddie?
hold on, Fly, hold on.
46, man.
Hey, if y'all
Hold on.
enjoying this boxing talk and this conversation, y'all be sure to help support the channel.
I'm
All right,
I'm
Coach, let me
46.
say this real
I've been
fast.
fighting since I was a
Listen to me real
jitterbug, man.
fast.
You remember
Hold
the
on,
Billy
Fly,
club, the Billy clubs that the cops had that just they swing.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. Coach Eddie, I want you to back me up on this, right? Before I get into why it makes no sense to jab like that, Coach Eddie, this is what I want you to back up, right? When you jab, you can use it as a measuring stick, right? And you know, wherever that punch touches, whenever you rotate with your right, you have 6 inches to land. You get 6 inches when you throw the straight from where the end of the jab is, correct?
Yeah, you can extend it.
Yeah.
You can
So it's
extend it.
roughly. So if you were to extend out the jab past your backhand reach, you wouldn't even be measuring. You would be coming up short. It would make no sense.
Yeah,
like I
and
said,
plus, if somebody throwing that right hand, you can just duck, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
Tyson Fury he slaps with his punches. He slaps, he flicks, he hits you with palm strikes. Palm strikes just like getting hit by a 2x4. That's what it feels like. When somebody hits you with a palm strike, it feels like you're getting hit by a piece of lumber.
Yo, didn't Tyson Fury come in weighing like 280, something like that, against Usyk?
Yeah.
It seemed it didn't make no sense to me the way that he fought. You know, with him coming in heavy like that, I was thinking that now Tyson Fury's going to win this fight now because he's going to get physical. He's going to lean on him, you know, put his weight on him, rough him up and all of that. But he ain't do none of that, yo. I don't know what Tyson Fury's doing. He ain't do no cheating or nothing, bro.
Well, he couldn't. Usyk wouldn't allow him to do it. See, one thing about it takes two to tango. In order for somebody to lay on you, that means you got to hug them too.
Yo, you see how wiggly his hand look?
No, that means you have to accept the clinch. You don't have to accept the clinch.
Look at his hand though.
He flicking.
No, can you rewind that back to the beginning? Look at the outside shot. Look right here. Look.
That's a palm strike right there. That's a palm strike.
Why is it moving around like that?
That's a palm strike.
He's reaching back with his hand.
I'm talking about the glove. Look at what the glove doing. Look how far the glove is back towards him, y'all.
His glove is not even taped, y'all.
Guess what? I want you guys to take your wrist and bend it. Your wrist will bend like that.
Hold on. Look at
Stop it right there. So I guess Deontay Wilder's glove isn't taped either because it looked the same, separate right there. Look at Deontay Wilder's glove.
No, I'm talking about look at how his glove is bending though.
Don't talk over me now. The spacing on Wilder's glove is the same as fucking Fury's whenever he's palming down.
Where is it? Where is his knuckle at? Where y'all saying it? Where's his knuckle at? Are y'all saying the knuckles are in the red tape? That what y'all saying? Where's his knuckles at?
Look at the front of his glove, bro.
I'm gonna show you.
Look.
Boom.
That's a palm strike. That's
when he was throwing the punch before the punch even came. Why did his glove bend back so far before he even threw the punch?
He is bending his wrist back.
Oh, come on, bro.
Okay, I'll give you this. Maybe he took his fingers out of the compartment.
Look how wiggly.
No, maybe his fingers are out of the compartment. I'll give you that.
It's just that one glove though, just the jab hand.
As far as the egg weight, there is no egg weight in that glove. There's no egg weight in that glove.
Look, he didn't even make.
Maybe he
fist.
took his.
Look at that contact. He's not even making a fist.
There's no egg weight in that glove. I'm not. I can't go that far. There's no. But you telling me that you want to believe there's an egg weight in that glove? I'm telling you, I don't believe that.
No,
I'm not saying this.
We're talking about the wiggling part right now, bro.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look how far his hand back before he even touched anything with that glove, bro.
All right, hold on 1 second. Here's the question I got. So you saying that his thumb is not in the thumb compartment? That's what you're saying, right?
His whole hand is
No,
pulled
no,
back.
hold on. Is his
No, his
thumb
whole-
in the thumb compartment? Yes or no?
It don't look like no.
No.
Okay, so you're saying that his glove, that his fist is basically where the red tape is, a little bit before it or after it.
This is what
And-
I think. I think his fist is in the wrist part, and there's something heavy in the top part, which is why I keep flopping back and forth like that.
No,
Every
it's
time
it's
he-
flop.
wait,
No,
wait,
it's foam in
wait.
there. There's not a
And
freaking
every
egg weight in
time
there.
he strikes him with his fist,
Oh my
he's
god!
also getting hit with whatever heavy is in the glove.
You
That's
know
why
what? Two cent,
it's a
two
palm
cent,
strike,
2 cent,
It's
2
not
cent.
no palm strike.
2 cent, 2 cent. I'd rather punch somebody with my fist than the egg weight.
But he
That's
don't got
you,
no
bro.
power.
You ain't a cheater.
You got power.
No,
though.
I'm telling you why.
don't.
I'm telling you why, because I can generate more power.
Look.
No, wait.
Why did his glove wiggle side to
Hey.
side also? It moves side to
Look at
side
that.
also, bro. It's so
Look at
jittery.
that.
Look at this.
But y'all trying to tell me that it's an egg weight in there, and I'm just saying I
No,
disagree
okay,
with
forget
that. I don't
about the
believe it's
egg weight.
I don't
Just
believe
look
it's
at
egg
how
weight in
floppy.
there, man.
Forget about the egg weight. Look how
Look at that
floppy the
wiggle. Look at that
glove is, bro. It rolled off his shoulder and everything.
So y'all saying
So, yes.
y'all saying
But
Wilder
what-
was getting up by some fucking by
So
basically cussing.
his right hand, which is his power hand, his knuckles in that one. His hand's always in that one.
Yeah. His hand is in the other one.
So yeah, that's solid. Now right there, hold on, right there. So you saying that his thumb is not in the thumb compartment? That's what you're saying.
Look at that glove, bro. Look at the
I understand that. I hear all that.
Yeah.
unnatural movement of that
You're
glove,
saying
bro.
you're saying his
Watch this
you
wiggle.
saying his thumb. Where's his thumb at right now?
Watch how this
Look,
this
Man,
punch
you
roll
keep
off.
saying the same thing, brother. Ask you where's his thumb at? Where's his thumb at?
It's not in the glove, bro.
Okay, so that's your
he
allegation.
got a fist. His fist is where the palm of the glove's supposed to be. That's where his fist is at.
So yeah, so you basically saying that his thumb is not in the thumb compartment.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Not
but
flopping
you
backwards like
want to
that.
go with that? Cool.
Not flopping backwards
only-
like that.
Gregory
only God
Protocol
knows.
on the panel.
You were breaking
Shout out,
up.
Mr. Greg. What is your 2 cents? What you got for
I
the
had
show?
to jump on. I'm gonna help Coach Eddie out a little bit. I know I'm 22 years older than him, but I fought as welterweight and I fought as junior middleweight. You can bend your hands like that. You can bend your wrist like that because I did it as well. It's
We've been
very
telling them that.
difficult. It's very difficult to take your hands out of the gloves while you got the gloves taped to you, even if the glove is taped around your wrist. Secondly, you're doing more damage to your own hands than you are to the fighter when you try to slip it out. Even when you do a palm strike, you're going to do more damage. You find guys who had good punching power or guys who were fast, like say a Mayweather, who did more damage to their hand because of the speed of their fight, of their punches. So when you don't have the reason why you got the gloves and you got the wraps in the first place is to protect your own hands, not to protect the fighter that you're punching on. So when you do something like a palm strike or you're moving your hand out of the moving your thumbs, your fingers, so you can allegedly hit harder, that's not what you're doing. That is not what you're doing. But you can bend. That's just so. I wish I had my gloves. They're downstairs, but I would have came on live and just to show you.
I understand exactly what you're saying, though. So, in order for that to actually hurt, you would have to have something heavy in the front of the part of that glove, right?
But
No.
I try to extend it to them.
To slap them with, right?
Have you not seen people get knocked out? Have you not seen the slap contest? People actually get knocked out by a slap.
Yes, people get.
Wait.
You can slap somebody. You can slap somebody out, brother.
Wait a minute. Wait, pause for a second. Flyer, you just said that there's a metal object at the end of the glove. So this is my question.
That's not what I said, bro. That's not what I said, bro.
Wait, you said there's something heavy at the end of the glove.
No, I said the only way for that to hurt, if you didn't have your hand all the way in the glove, is for you to have something metal in there to make it hurt. That's
Hear
why
me
I was
out.
just adding to his point what he was saying that it wouldn't hurt if you was
I got
hitting
you.
somebody with it like that.
But
This
if
is
you
what I
got
want to
something
do.
metal in
Hold
the
on, Gregory.
glove,
Let me say this real fast.
go,
I want to make a not a bet, but I want you to an experiment. This is what I want you to do. I want you, Flyer, to go get a roll of quarters and put that in the bottom of a boxing glove. Then I want you to slip your fist behind that roll of quarters and then punch a wall and watch how fast you break all your hands. The minute
He's not punching. No, he's not punching. He's slapping with it, bro. Come on, bro.
solid,
You see that? You can see that he's slapping with it.
I have a question.
He's
I have a
swinging
question
it
though.
and slapping it,
I,
bro.
I have a question. If I'm trying to hurt you, why wouldn't I put the edge weight in my power hand,
Because
not my
he's
left
swing
hand, my
because
power
his
hand?
because he just wants to slap because he's slapping with it with the jab and flicking the jab with it. He's flicking it with the jab hand.
Did you
you
watch
know
the
how
second?
dangerous
Hold on,
that
Gregory. Hold on,
got to
Gregory.
be.
Did you not watch the whole second fight? He doesn't slap the whole time. He throws solid jabs in that.
He wasn't his hand
He ain't
didn't
never
flop
seen
not
them
one
gloves
time
for
in the
slapping
second
like
one.
that.
It didn't flop
No,
again ever again.
they was still a little floppy,
That
but
is
they wasn't
from the
flopping like
second
that. The
fight.
green gloves.
The floppy glove is from when they fought the second time. The problem that you're going to have is he was punching with solid jabs in that match. He didn't just slap the whole time. There was solid, hard jabs. What I'm trying to tell you is, if there is a metal object at the end of the glove and the knuckles are on the back side of that metal object, the minute he hit Wilder with a solid punch, he would break all his shit. Because
Show
But that's what I'm trying to
me a
tell
clip
you.
where he
wasn't
didn't throw no solid punches with
he
the
wasn't
hand.
throwing
Yes, he
no
did.
solid jabs. He was just
Okay,
flicking it
here we
right
go.
in his
Here we
face.
go.
I just
Yeah,
showed you
yeah,
where
yeah.
he wasn't even making a fist. I
That
just
was only
showed
one
you.
clip. That was there's an 8 round fight. So you sitting there telling me now if there is a metal object in that glove, which there is not, I can guarantee that
Why do
he would
y'all
have
think
to
he
actually
came out and said
he would
why?
actually have to
How
get
can you
that metal
guarantee it, bro? You don't know.
that
How
metal
can you-
object
How
that
can
metal
you say-
object
how
because
can
it
you
does
say
hold on because
Tyson
it
Fury-
doesn't
no, you
benefit.
hold on. How can you say Tyson Fury's a dirty fighter, but then couldn't accept the fact that he figured
Two-
out a way to cheat
And
put
go to
metal
bat
objects
two
for him
cents.
like
Hold
that after you know he a
on.
dirty fighter.
Hold on, brother. 2 cents. Like, everybody. If I'm gonna load my glove, I want the metal object inside my fist, not on top of it. That's the whole point of it. If you're gonna hit somebody with a roll of quarters, you squeeze the roll of quarters in your hand. You don't put them on the outside of your glove. I want them
No,
on
that
the
don't make
inside of my
sense, bro.
glove.
That don't make sense, bro.
It does
Now,
make
that's like when
sense.
you got brass knuckles, you don't put them
Wait, what
inside
fight
your
was
hand.
that y'all are looking at?
You,
That's not
you
even
hold the
second
brass
fight.
knuckles inside your hand. You don't put it on the outside.
But brass knuckles aren't flopping around either. They're attached to your fist and they're tightly held.
2 cents. Was that clips from the first fight?
With the green gloves.
Because I'm looking at the second fight right now where he knocked him the fuck out, where everybody came up with excuses, and that's not the same gloves in the second fight. So that's got to be the first fight.
This the first fight where Wilder was looking all dazed.
Now the first fight, Wilder won the first fight. You knocked him
Oh no,
out.
that was the second one. That's the
No,
second
Wilder
fight.
didn't win. Wilder didn't win the first. Wilder didn't win none of the fights against
I
Tyson
mean, but
Fury.
he really
No,
did.
he
You know, it
got
was a
that
long
wrong. He
count,
count.
man.
He got
It was
that
a
wrong.
long count. So you, I mean,
Wait,
it was a draw. The first fight was a draw.
I remember.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. You were showing clips from the first fight that went to a draw where Wilder didn't get knocked down once. That's not where the X-rays came from. So I'm not even understanding the argument now because in the second fight, it's
His
completely
gloves are
different
still
glove.
flopping though, bro. You still can't overlook that. Like, what are you talking about? His gloves.
Wait,
But you saying in the first fight he had an egg weight in the first fight and he
He
didn't.
did no damage in the first fight. It went to draw.
Hold on, let me make sure this is the first. Let me see.
That's from the first fight. I'm looking at it.
The green gloves from the first fight.
In fact, furthermore, Deontay Wilder said he punched like a pillow going into the second fight.
And then that goes more to what she was saying about the
No, it
glove for his
doesn't.
hand
No, it
not
doesn't.
being in the glove.
Just because
your flappy gloves are in. No, it goes against it because your
Man,
flappy
the
gloves.
man just lost.
That was
man. It
Wilder
is what it
Fury
is,
too,
man.
bro. What are you talking about?
No, I'm looking at
No,
Wilder Fury
and
too.
two, what happened in two was the spiking of the water and stuff, bruh.
Yeah, blame it on Mark. Yeah, Mark Breland magically spiked his water. Yeah, that I
Okay,
forgot
2
about
cents.
that. Yeah, Mark
If
Davis
Fury
fight.
Wilder 2, if Fury
I'm
Wilder 2,
looking at the poster right here. Fury
he
Wilder
had
then-
2,
white
right on the-
tape. He had
Then you
white
can't forget
tape
about
in
the
second
egg
fight.
shape
Oh yeah, he did. He
form.
did.
Don't forget
That's
about the
the
egg shape
first
form.
fight. He did no damage to Wilder in the first fight. This kills the whole argument.
No,
Why you say that?
He
Why you
did.
say
He
that?
did. He did have the
We
egg shape
can't
form though.
unsee his glove flopping like that, bro.
Fire, what I'm trying to tell you is in the first fight where you're claiming the floppy gloves and the heavy object was he did 0 damage to Wilder. 0. You were showing clips. You were showing clips from the first fight that went to a draw.
The
I'm
first
showing
fight
clips
is
of
the
the
first. The
floppy
first
glove.
fight is the first fight is the fight where Tyson Fury's glove was flopping around, and everybody said,
And
"Hold
why you
on,
think
he
that he
cheating
didn't
with
have
his
no
glove."
damage? Why
Okay.
you think Wilder didn't have no damage after that?
Because
Why do you think that?
Deontay Wilder in the press conference going into the second fight said Tyson Fury had 0 punching power, that he hit like a pillow.
Of course he
So
did.
so that tells me, hold on. Let me finish. That tells me in the first fight, Fury didn't hurt him 1 time. So your floppy glove myth of cheating goes out the fucking window because it's from the first fight.
But that doesn't mean if he cheated in
That
the
don't
first
mean
fight,
he
why
not
you ain't think
cheating,
he ain't
bro. If
cheating
he
in the
don't got his
second
glove
fight?
all the way on, it's
Just because he
cheating,
figured
bro.
out how to make his glove not be as
Well,
floppy,
Flyer.
don't think he didn't cheat.
Wow.
What you told me,
cheater.
Flyer, was
It's
you
crazy,
told
man.
me that egg weight was in the second fight. He had the dent in the side of his head. This is where the floppy glove
let
was.
me look up
There was
Yeah,
no
that's
floppy glove.
but the egg weight and the floppy glove isn't necessarily the same cheat, bro.
There was no
Bro.
floppy
Oh,
glove
wait
in
a
the
minute.
second
Are
fight.
y'all
That's from
saying
the
that
first fight.
Tyson Fury?
Okay, let's do this. I'll give you the glove, but I can't give you egg weight.
Oh, wait a
Egg
minute.
weight
Are you
doesn't
saying that
egg weight doesn't benefit
but
anybody
you
at all.
can't agree it's
Or
something
is
though.
he
You
saying,
can't
are
agree.
y'all
No, there's
saying
nothing in there's nothing in that glove.
No,
There
you
is
know,
no
you
there
know
is
what
no
I explained.
there is no metal object in that glove.
Listen, you know what I started explaining the egg weight thing away with the fact that Tyson Fury had the horsehair gloves on. You know what I'm saying? He had the puncher's gloves on. The second fight, I think that was the second fight where he had the horsehair gloves on.
Okay, so let me break down some facts about horsehair. There's no such thing as a horsehair glove in boxing anymore. They're outlawed. What you have is you have a foam horsehair mixture. It's a hybrid glove that are legal for all fighters. Deontay Wilder could have used it. Any fighter.
I
could
didn't
use a
say it
hybrid
wasn't.
glove.
I didn't say it wasn't legal, bro.
So then
You
what's
are
the
defensive.
problem?
You are defensive for no reason.
No, I'm just asking, what is the problem then?
Oh, because allegedly he was punching against the wall to spread that
Because you could distribute the hair in
you
the
could
glove,
distribute the
and then you
hair,
could
mess with the
expose the knuckle.
distribution of the hair in the glove, in the front of the glove. You know,
lot
those
of
horsehair
fighters do
gloves.
that,
That's why they were against them using those gloves.
But a lot of fighters do that.
Do you know how many fighters do
Yeah,
that?
it's getting over though. Just like when Bud fought Spence, Bud was on video stacking, bro. But nothing nobody can do about it because stacking is legal in Vegas.
Don't y'all know that Deontay Wilder also used Mexican MX gloves himself?
He used them gloves in one of those Fury fights and he broke his hand, but he didn't use those gloves.
And that's why most fighters don't use the gloves, because you have to also have very hard, strong hands. That's what I was just saying. You hurt your hands.
Or have an egg weight or something in there, right?
And you hurt the
Yeah,
guy.
that's it. Yeah, egg weight. You know, to me, egg weight. I rather punch somebody with my fist than the egg weight because my fist is going to do more damage than the egg weight. I promise you that. I guarantee it.
I think some fans just can't take a loss.
How Deontay Wilder? Oh, yeah, you said Deontay Wilder can't take a loss.
$5 in the super chat. He says fighters suffer head fractures a lot. You just don't know about it. We are not built to be punched in the head. Shout out to Mr. Greg for the $5.
The gloves is supposed to protect against that, though.
No, gloves protect your hand. They don't protect the fighter. No, the gloves were made so the fight could be prolonged. That was the problem. That's why they went away from bare knuckle fighting, because the bare knuckle fighting, the fighter was always breaking their hand.
Okay,
you know what? Let's put some goddamn gloves on. That way the fight it doesn't protect the fighter; it protects the fighter's hands. Knock
So,
them out the fight.
Why do you have different
Nah,
why do you have different weights of the gloves then if they don't protect the fighter then to some degree?
Flyer,
Let me
You,
let me
you,
let me
you have
let me let
different
you let me let
weights.
you
You
hold
have
on, hold on.
8-ounce
Let me let
gloves. You
you
have 10
wait
ounce
wait
gloves.
wait
One mic,
wait
They put
one
bigger
mic,
wait.
put
one mic,
bigger weighted gloves
one
on
mic.
to cushion it. Like
Let's no, it does not cushion. Let me tell you something. If you hit somebody with a 16-ounce glove on, you're gonna give them a concussion than with a 10-ounce glove because of the freaking weight. If you can move 16 ounces out at the same rate of speed, if you can move a 10-ounce glove, that dude's gonna have a concussion.
but you can't though, right?
Yeah,
so
you almost can pretty close. If you're used to training with heavy gloves, you hit somebody with a 16-ounce glove. Why do you think people get knocked out with headgear in
Bruh,
18-ounce and 20-ounce gloves? People
it's
get
hard
knocked out with headgear
it's
on.
harder to hurt somebody with bigger gloves, bro.
No, it isn't.
okay, hold
People
on real
get people get knocked out with headgear on
Hey,
and
Coach,
20-ounce
Yeah,
gloves.
but you
They
Answer
can't
get
me why.
knocked out
Answer
with
me
them
corner
on.
why.
What are you
two.
Answer
talking
me
about?
why. Answer me why. Why did AB say with 8-ounce gloves and no headgear that Devin Haney would have been knocked out, as
It is
opposed to
different. It
fighting
is
with the
different.
10-ounce gloves?
It is different when you take the headgear off and you do have the smaller gloves. Because
That's
one
why
thing
I'm. Well,
about
why you trying to make it seem like the
no
gloves don't mean nothing, then, bro? I know that.
sparring gloves, and fight gloves are two different things. Fight gloves have very little padding on the knuckle, all of them. Whether it's
They're
horsehair
lighter. That's
gloves,
what makes them
where
lighter. That's why
there
they
as that
8 ounces, right?
you're preaching to the choir. You're telling me something I already know.
So
okay,
that's why I don't understand
What are
why
you
you
talking
saying it
about?
don't make a difference though, when we know it do make a difference.
hold on. I want to jump in here because you're going way down another rabbit hole. Here's what I just did. I just went on Google. I looked up to see what gloves Deontay Wilder used when he fought Tyson Fury. He used Everlast MX gloves. Guess what? Those are hybrid horsehair gloves. So
I just
what's
said
the
he
problem?
used those when he
Hold
fought
on, 2
Fury.
cents, please. I know it's your show. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say this. Your point was Tyson Fury used horsehair. So did Deontay Wilder. What's the issue?
The issue was punching the wall to separate the distribution of the horsehair in the glove.
I would
Okay,
tell you if you hold on.
hey,
I
sir,
would
hey,
tell you.
hold on, give me 1 second. Hey, sir.
Hold on. I would tell you if you don't punch the wall before a fight, you're an idiot. Now what?
And I
And
would say
all fighters do that.
I would say you support cheating.
Hold on,
Because
now
that's cheating, bro.
check this out, just real quick. You can go on the website and order
I ain't
those gloves, and they'll send those gloves to your door, and you can take them right out of the pack from Everlast and put your hand in them, and you will immediately feel your knuckles in those gloves. I guarantee it, with no manipulation.
And so we know how bad it'll get with manipulation, though, right?
With no manipulation. What do you? All fighters take the glove and they punch their own palms with them. All of them do it. You said Deontay Wilder doesn't do that? You saying
Not to
Terence Crawford?
I didn't
All
say
fighters
punch your
punch.
palm. I said punch the wall, bro. It's a
It's the
big
same
difference.
difference, bro. You can
But
punch.
do
You can
y'all,
punch
No,
your
it's
do
hand.
not,
y'all
bro.
remember?
Yes, it is.
What he
Do
also
y'all
doesn't
remember when
understand is,
Kovalov fought Ward?
hey, Gregory, hold on. What he also doesn't understand is before you even get into the ring, your gloves are on your hands and you're hitting mitts, non-stop.
But do you remember when Kovalov fought Ward? They showed him in his dressing room punching the floor, and they made comments on it. You're not supposed to do it, and he did it anyway. Most fighters
It's
would do that.
cheating. Just because he did it don't mean it wasn't cheating, bro.
It's a lot of stuff you ain't supposed to do.
Most
It's a lot of
fighters
stuff you
do
ain't supposed
that.
to do in fighting. It's boxing. It's not
Most fighters
ballroom
do that
dancing. It's boxing, brother.
because
It's
they
that's
try
a
to
whole lot of stuff you're not supposed to do, but
they
they
try to
do it.
So they might as well let it be the Wild Wild West then, bro.
It is. We think boxing is the Wild Wild West. What do you think it is? It is the Wild Wild West. Always been the Wild Wild West. It's never
Not
been a
all the
clean
way,
sport.
bro. Not all the way.
Whatever,
You
man.
can't.
Yes, name me a time where boxing been clean. I'll wait.
It's
You
I
probably
mean,
can't.
you
You
always
can't.
got some cheaters and
You
everything,
can't,
bro.
bro.
You always got cheaters in everything. You got cheaters in relationships. You got cheaters in every sport.
We talking
You know what
about
I'm saying?
boxing. Hey, y'all, look, check it out.
Every
I've been
sport
on
you
here
got cheaters.
almost 2 hours and 45
You
minutes
don't
tonight.
think
I want to
Wilder's a
thank
cheater?
everybody for joining me tonight for this Friday night boxing talk. We had a very interesting conversation tonight.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that people don't think Tyson Fury cheated. Like, that is crazy to me. But I'm gonna go around the panel. I'm gonna let everybody get their final 2 cents off. We gonna start with NHA. NHA, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I mean, this whole shit with Wilder is comical, man. Y'all just let that man hold that Ellen piece, man. He's like, the first fight was competitive. I mean, Tyson figured him out, and it was over after that. And I was the biggest Bomb Squad Wilder fan, but I got to come to realization. He already had his number. It's cool. Sometimes it be like that. That motherfucker you talking about? He used horsehair gloves and shit. And then when Tunnel came and pointed out that Wilder used the same gloves. Oh, whoa. Furious punching the wall. How do you know what the fuck Wilder was doing his locker room? Because they didn't show it. He could have been doing the same shit.
So the fact that Deontay Wilder covered up the camera in his locker room don't mean nothing to y'all either.
No, it's the Wild Wild West for them. That's perfectly fine.
But anyway,
Yeah, but y'all,
my bad, NH. I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
you're good, but it's just we like is Wilder some type of saint? Like he's above cheating?
No,
Is
it's
that
not.
what we
It's,
saying?
listen,
This
you
is a
you
man who
deflected
suffered
it.
his
We're talking about what we seen
brother's
and
wife.
observed.
How was
All
the man?
boxers are not. None of these boxers are above cheating, but we seen you cheating, Tyson Fury. We seen you.
That's right. Talk to Tyson Fury. Let him know.
Cheating and shit. Tyson did something like, you know what I'm saying, like plenty other dirty fighters does in boxing. Bernard
He
Hopkins
has
is
a
one of my.
history of cheating. What are we talking about?
So has Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, two of my favorite
Listen,
fighters.
we're not talking about none of them right now, bro. We talking about Tyson Fury though.
Come on,
We talking about his
man.
cheating.
He pointing the finger like he cheated too, bro. He cheated. He did it too.
Okay, NH, I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute.
You're a fucking cheater. Everybody try to get in the advantage in boxing. That's the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. Yeah, he got beat up. Just leave it at that. It happens all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite fighters. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Fanboy is, and we get attacked with certain fighters. We just can't accept it. Like Roy Jones, my favorite fighter. I cried when the game they cried when he fucking got knocked out by Glenn Johnson. Not the first time. I was really hurt, but you know what? I moved on. But it's like these fans, they just can't get over it. Like it's like 4 years, 5 years down the line, we still talking about fucking Tyson Fury and Wilder and the cheaters. Come on, man. Just let it go, man. But that's all I got for sure.
Shout out to NH82 for coming on the panel. And he say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But if I thought that he cheated 4 years ago, I still think he cheated today. My mind hasn't changed. But Coach Eddie, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh yeah, hey, like at the end of the day, they all cheat. Whether it's schniggity snack, whether it's punching people behind the head, punching people behind the head like Deontay Wilder used to do. Luis Ortiz thought Deontay Wilder cheated him too, say because he punched me in the back of the head. But that's what I'm saying. We can play this game with any fighter. Holyfield headbutt people. Tim Bradley headbutt people. Mike Tyson hit you with the elbow. Tyson Fury hit you with the elbow. Deontay Wilder hit you behind the back of the head. It's all cheating. Andrew Galata punch in the nuts. It's boxing. It's not ballroom dancing. It's a fight. It is a freaking fight, and people are gonna do whatever they can. You got people who will thumb you in the eye. Yeah, all kind of Bernard Hopkins hit you in the hip, punch you in the butt. All kind of stuff that Bernard Hopkins used to do. Andre Ward, dirty. Some people say he was a dirty fighter.
Don't forget Canelo punching in the arms, bro.
Yeah, punching in the bicep. All this stuff, man.
It's another thing to be a cheater, though.
It's all cheating at the end of the day. Being dirty is cheating. If I'm hitting you with illegal, if I'm hitting you behind the head, that's an illegal punch. I'm not supposed to do that.
Punch. I'm not supposed to do it, but it's like traveling in basketball. I ain't supposed to travel, but sometimes I travel.
I mean, who's the world's worst at hitting people behind the back of the head? Andy Ruiz. He hit you in the back of the head in a minute. He makes his bones hitting people in the back of the head.
Coach, that's why I be saying why they so mad at Victor Conte, man. If cheating is okay.
Everybody, it is what it is.
Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the $5 in the super chat. He says, this is why lawsuits are important. Wilder tried to get it back in blood, like y'all said, and people believe Fury cheated. Nothing changed.
Yeah, but
exactly. He should have sued. People don't care.
Fact. But that's it. Hey, thanks 2 Cent for having the platform. And like I said, we'll still be having this discussion 30 years from now. Egg weight form.
It's always gonna be a good discussion to have. This
Yes,
conversation
indeed.
never gonna get
As
old.
long as there's cheating, it's gonna be a discussion.
Who else we had? Who just went?
I think that was Coach Eddie, right?
Coach Eddie.
Eddie. Okay, Coach Eddie. Tony reviews. What's your 2 cents? What you got? Final 2 cents. What you got for the show?
First and foremost, I want to say I appreciate it every time you let me on, even though we don't always agree. I still respect your opinion, even though I think you're way off and wrong on this particular topic.
Okay.
Frequent flyer or flyer frequency, my bad. You know, his whole thing was floppy glove until I went and looked it up, and we was like, oh, that's from the first fight. It had no bearing on the second fight to where Deontay Wilder had the towel thrown in, nor did it have a bearing on the third fight where he was left sleeping in the ring with a teddy bear beside him and a pillow pulled up underneath his head with a little blanket on top of him. So at the end of the day is this. I'm not saying Tyson Fury hasn't cheated in his career, because he has. He did the boar meat. We all know about the Klitschko fight. We can say that he's a very dirty fighter. He is. Whenever he fought Cunningham, he did a lot of dirty tactics, like holding the back of his head and uppercutting him. But it was the referee's job to stop it. So we could say he's dirty. We could say he cheats. But like Coach Eddie was saying, Deontay Wilder is notorious for knocking guys out by hitting them in the back of the head. Protect yourself at all times. Protect yourself in all ways. So at the end of the day, I don't see enough evidence. I think there was too many excuses. And I think Wilder wasted too much time on trying to find something that wasn't there. And at the end of the day, I think it ended up ruining his career because he put all his energy in something that never appeared. Because if it did, Boxing Hacker, a lawsuit would have happened. And if it was proven, I would be the first one to say Tyson Fury should have been kicked out of boxing for life, especially if there's a metal object in there. Especially if there's a metal object, you should be going to jail for assault or attempted manslaughter in a sport like that. So I don't think there was anything there. He claimed several times that he was going to come out with the evidence. It never came out. And that's really all I got to say on it.
Wait, but when he ate the wild boar meat, it wasn't just wild boar meat. It was boar balls, right?
It was boar testicles.
Well, I mean, we all know.
Don't leave the details out. He ate some boar balls, bro.
He ate boar testicles, bro.
We all know Tyson Fury is
Nuts.
so sus. You know, he likes to lick on grown men's necks and do weird shit and say weird stuff about what they got down below. That's Tyson Fury. He likes nuts. It is what it is.
Shout out Tony Review. Thank you for coming on the panel, giving your 2 cents. Appreciate it. Flyer frequency. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, I just wish it was a perfect world where, you know, it was no cheating. Everybody, you know, fought on an even playing field. But I guess
you
we
heard
can't have
it.
that, man.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
And so that's why I'm backing Devin Haney for suing, bro. Any fighter who get cheated, they feel they got cheated or whatever, and there's some evidence there, I think they need to sue, man, because these people out here don't care. The fans don't care about if you got cheated. All they care about is, did you win or did you lose? You know what I'm saying? So you got to get it back how you can get it back. You know what I'm saying? Getting it back in blood or trying to get it back in blood is always the wrong way.
Sapinos clan.
It's Sapinos clan. We embrace it all. Drainos, Hanos.
Affidavit clan.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you send him a subpoena, bro. You get that subpoena in the mail. Yeah, you cheated, bro.
Bench warrant gang.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody that was on the panel and everything. Shout out to you, most of all, 2 cents for having us here. And shout out to everybody in the chat listening in. And I'm out.
Peace out, peace out. Thank you, Fly Frequency, coming up. Mr. Greg Quattlebaum.
Let me say this to you, my sister. I'm still always going to give you props on your show. It's growing. I love it. All fighters bend the rules. You're in a fight. Sometimes you get desperate. Sometimes you get mad. Sometimes you forget what you're supposed to do, and you might throw an elbow, or you might shove, or you might hold. You're going to do something that could be called cheating, is particularly if that's something that helps you win the fight. So we have to accept that. I do not think Tyson Fury had metal inside his gloves. I don't think that he cheated in that regard. I think with Wilder Wilder had all the gifts in the world, but he wouldn't train and prepare himself to use them all. His delivery system was really bad when he needed it. That's how I feel about
he
that
got
fight.
worse and worse.
But
He
I
just
don't
started
think
getting
that,
worse and worse.
like I said, I don't think he cheated. But I will say, all fighters will do things, and it becomes normalized, such as punching the floor, punching the walls, so they get the gloves to be a little softer. So when they're punching, they're gonna punch a little. You're gonna feel those punches a little bit more. So you gotta accept that that's gonna happen. We're not gonna change that. The blatant cheating, yes. Steroids, PEDs, you got to do that because now you've taken it to the murderous level. And we've seen people get put in the hospital and then pass away sometimes when they're suspected PEDs. So, yeah, they need to go to jail for that. Anyway, let me say Happy New Year to all of you all again. Hope you enjoy the holiday. Thank you for letting me come in. I was enjoying the conversation. I had to jump on. You know, it was getting good. So let me get in the mix a little bit. And you have a good New Year's too, Cent.
You too.
I didn't see Big Supreme.
Yeah, I was here earlier, but I had some personal things going on.
Okay, well, big shout out to you, brother. And
Shout
all
out to
the
you,
others
brother.
there as well, man. Y'all be safe. And I guess we'll see you next week.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks for
All right,
coming up,
brother.
Mr. Gray.
Okay.
All right,
Big
so
Supreme, what's going on?
what's going on? I caught the tail end of everything that was said, but I'm gonna add my little 2 cents, right? So this is my theory. Now, I'm not an authority on the subject, so I don't want anybody to say that I'm speaking in absolutes. But in my opinion, in boxing, some people are allowed to cheat. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at Fraser Clark versus Fabio Wardley, to my knowledge, Fraser Clark was signed to Ben Shalom and Boxer. They've been having issues with Frank Warren. They've been having issues with Eddie Hearns. They've been having issues with Turkey. And when you look at the WBC, right, they banned the fly gloves, I believe. Like the gloves that Fabio Wardley used to fight Fraser Clark, they're banned by the WBC. Now, people will say, well, that wasn't the WBC, the Commonwealth belt, but it's WBC affiliated. So they have their supervisors for the fight. So now, you look at the gloves, they're very thin. They're like the horsehair MX ones that Maradona wore versus Broner. This dude Wardley put a hole in Fraser Clark's head. Now, if you look at the first fight, it was a very competitive fight, multiple knockdowns on both ends. Fabio had a bloody nose. This dude had a broken nose. It was a very good fight. Then you look at the second one, he got him out of there in the first round. Cracked his whole skull open. So now my thing is, why was he allowed to use gloves that were banned by the commission and banned by the WBC? And then they seem
Because
to like
the commission don't even check that.
I think I think they was in on it, in my opinion. Now, I don't want to sit here and say that, but Ben Shalom even insinuated that, like, yo, look, like this dude wore gloves that's banned by the WBC, bro. But you know, Turkey and his influence and his money and stuff like that, they was able to bypass that. The same thing with Tyson Fury and Wilder. Your man Tyson Fury tested positive in 2017. He got caught with the gloves versus Christian Hammer. He did suspect things with Klitschko. So we know what type of time this dude is on. We know who he's affiliated with, the Daniel Kinahans of the world and stuff like that. So I believe certain dudes are allowed to cheat. Now, same thing with Crawford. Crawford was down with Kinahan. Nah, for real. So for real. Like I really feel like these dudes, like I said the last time I was on the panel, like there's certain circles in boxing that are allowed to do certain things. And if you look at all of the suspect things that's going on.
But it seemed like a lot of top ranked fighters be cheating though. If you look back in history.
Yeah, of course. Bob has been doing a lot of suspect things for years. So it's not surprising that he linked up with Turkey. He linked up with Daniel Kinahan. Frank Warren, like I said, like people don't know, but Frank Warren got shot by one of his boxers. Like what kind of dude gets shot in broad daylight in the UK in the 90s?
I know you can't even have guns. Oh, you can have guns then, huh?
Probably now, but I'm just saying, like the fact that Frank Warren was shot in broad daylight by somebody lets you know what kind of person this dude is. This dude has numerous lawsuits. He brags about bankrupting fighters and stuff like that, bankrupting companies and stuff like that. So these kind of individuals, it's not a coincidence that they all link together and they're going against the PBC. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's a grand conspiracy. Oh, that's crazy talk. But then if you look at the timeline, it all makes sense. It's not like Wilder wasn't the face of the PBC, and how he
But
got done dirty. Same thing with Spence. It's not really that crazy when you think
yeah.
about it.
But why do you think that's happening though? And then I had a thought too the other day, Big Supreme. I meant to write you in the Discord, but like, what if these dudes like, since they've been working with Kinahan and all of this stuff, like they have to work with Turkey, like they getting strong arm somehow or
Yo,
blackmail
I think
somehow.
Kinahan is strong arm in Turkey. Remember when Crawford was saying that he had the hedge fund that was going to put up the 25 million? Who's
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say that wasn't
yeah.
Turkey?
It was the PIF fund. It makes
All
sense
right,
now, right?
that makes perfect sense. Then you look right. You look at Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring was signed to Daniel Kinahan. You look at Josh Taylor. He was signed to Daniel
But Jamel
Kinahan.
Herring got screwed by Shakur though.
Yeah, because he ended up there's a whole thing with him and Bo Mack, and he ended up leaving and stuff like that. But when you look at Josh Taylor came undisputed. He signed to Daniel Kinahan, or was at one time. Even a guy like
I didn't know Josh Taylor was messing with Kinahan.
Yeah, he was. Even Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton was signed to Daniel Kinahan. You probably don't even remember this dude. He won Fight of the Year. So this dude won Fight of the Year, and then Jamel Herring, built his career off knocking him out or whatever. So it's not a coincidence that these same dudes are moving in the same circles, bro. So it's like when you point these things out to people and then you give them the evidence and say, look, this is what happened. They still not gonna believe it. Like when we was on the panel earlier, when the dude was like, "Oh well, Canelo only sold 300,000," but then tries to, in the same breath, say that 900 pay-per-views sold is a success. It's like
That's what I'm saying. It's like you just want to disagree, because you're not even thinking about what you're saying.
That's what it is, and I feel like there's certain, like I said, there's certain circles in boxing. Right now, it's the PBC versus basically everybody. It's Frank Warren, it's Eddie Hearns, it's Top Rank, it's Oscar, it's all of these dudes. They all going against the PBC because they're the only ones that don't want to fall in line. And it's not a coincidence that dudes that fight on their platform, they get done dirty. Whether it's, I think anyway did beat Fulton fair and square, but it's not a surprise that he got done like that, or Wilder or Spence or whoever else. And I believe they've been trying to eradicate the PBC, and I feel like they trying to do it. I don't know if they're gonna be able to accomplish it, but it's looking like it though.
I mean, but it seemed like they fine. Like you heard what Greg was saying earlier. Like it just seemed like they rebuilding or restructuring, and people taking this time to just beat them down. You know what I'm saying?
It could be that. Maybe this year they'll probably do some bigger things. But even you look at Tim Tszyu, right? Tim Tszyu got done real bad by Murtazaliev, right? I think like that was a life-changing beating. Do you know that Murtazaliev is signed to Kathy Duda?
I don't know who that is.
All right, so Kathy Duda was signed to, well, she was the promoter of Main Events. They was on HBO. She had a very public beef with Al Heyman back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, she had a public beef about Al Heyman, and I think she had Kovalev, and Kovalev was supposed to fight Adonis Stevenson. Like she was like really instrumental in that fight not happening. So when I see Murtazaliev going against Tim Tszyu and doing them like that, it's really not a surprise to me. Now I'm not insinuating that there was foul play there, but we know how the Russians is with them steroids, man. So for me, it's not a surprise when I see someone like Tim Tszyu. All right, so I think about.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Freeman, what's up? What you want? You already got your final 2 cents for the show. What you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on something before I leave. About Al Heyman. Y'all remember Al Heyman is sick right now, right? He real sick. I don't think the PBC is actually being ran by him right now because Al Heyman is gravely sick. So I think that might have something to do with it too.
I don't know if it's him or his mom's, but they said one of them is sick.
No, I think Al is sick.
No, it's Al. It's Al Heyman.
He might be. It makes sense.
Yeah, I think he's sick. Yeah, it is other people running PBC right now.
Yeah, so I think that probably have a big thing to do with it. That's the reason.
Absolutely.
So, but that's all I wanted to add on. Salute y'all.
All right. Yeah, but
I seen Hacker saying it's a PBC conspiracy theory. That's not what I'm saying. Hacker hasn't been watching boxing that long, you could tell, right? So I'm gonna give you an example, right? Fury. He fights your man, Christian Hammer. They find him red-handed with the gloves and the thumb was ripped open and stuff like that. They didn't do nothing. They took him back to the corner and told him to fix it and make it look good. But they let that fight continue. Then this dude got knocked out. So it's not a coincidence
The
that
Avanesian fight with the busted gloves.
all right, they were supposed to replace that gloves, but they said we're gonna wait to the end of the round. Then your man Crawford knocks him out. Now, I'm not saying Crawford hasn't knocked nobody out cold before because I've seen it, but it's just suspect
Not
that
at 47.
not at 47, but with them gloves, man. And I feel like what I don't like is I'm not just sitting here just saying a bunch of crazy shit. I'm giving you the timeline. I'm giving you the interviews that the person said it. Like I'm giving you the links to look up, and they still don't want to believe it. There's no coincidence that Madrimov said the same thing. Same thing with Jeff Horn. Same thing with Evan Eason. Same thing with all of the people on YouTube that seen this dude gloves flopping, just like Wilder and Fury. It's not a coincidence that they all align with Turkey or Daniel Kinahan or Bob Arum. Like these people been doing this for years. Like boxing's been run by the mafia since the beginning, since the inception. So it's like it's not a coincidence that these things keep happening. We see things happen in front of us that don't make sense. We see dudes that are plus or negative 4,000 favorites. They take losses. They take losses. You're like, how this dude lost and he was a minus 5,000 favorite? It's
Right.
because it went into somebody's pocket. Like that's my opinion, right? And even like with Cambosos and the belts, like people don't know that Lou DiBella was signed with PBC and Al Heyman. They had a public spat, they had a falling out, and this leads into why Tank didn't get the opportunity to fight for them belts. So yeah, Cambosos might call him out, but he's not getting a fight with Lou DiBella, and he's beef with Al Heyman. It's public and there's a lawsuit involved. Like I don't know why people look at these things and think that this is outside the realms of possibility. They're human beings, bro. If I have a fighter that just became undisputed and he signed to a promoter that I was dealing with, and now we have a public beef, I'm not gonna feed this dude the Tank.
Exactly.
Feed Shakur the Tank. Shakur is signed to your man Jay Prince. Jay Prince had a whole beef with Floyd Mayweather, and they hit Leonard Ellerbe in the head with a bat. Like it's very simple to see once you just look at the timeline. So, I caught the end of what I was saying, but yes, I do believe Tyson Fury is a cheater. I'm not gonna say Crawford's a cheater, but him being with Snack and Conte and Daniel Kinahan, it doesn't look good for me. It doesn't look good at all. Like I don't know why someone of his ilk, someone that of his level and stature would want to align himself with Victor Conte. It doesn't make sense. At this point in his career, I can understand a dude that like Haney or Shakur or someone that's like in the beginning of their career, not someone like Crawford. He's been fighting since forever. Now you decide to go to Victor Conte, even someone like Sean Porter. Like, why are you going to Victor Conte, bro? I don't understand. This is the steroid man. Same thing with Andre Ward. People don't know that Andre Ward was with Victor Conte. Everybody know Virgil Hunter.
But we don't know what the beef was with him and Victor Conte. Supposedly,
Cool.
we're supposed to be finding out tomorrow with Victor Conte and
all right, so my knowledge,
Andre Ward.
Victor Conte and Andre, I don't know what their public spat was about, but I know that Andre Ward's from the Bay. We know what Balco stood for. Bay Area Laboratory, something. So Conte and him, they've been intertwined for years. Virgil Hunter's from the Bay too. Virgil Hunter's Andre Ward's trainer at the time.
Right.
And we know Virgil Hunter, all his fighters are sponsored by Snack. Every time you see Virgil Hunter, he has the Snack headband. That's why I said, like, when you look at an Andre Ward, a Shakur Stevenson, you look at a Terrence Crawford, you look at a Keyshawn, Bomac, all of them are on the same, they're on the same team, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, when you point these things out, people look at you like you're bugging, bro. Like, no, these dudes been on the steroid team. Sean Porter, this is the reason why when you get in the media, these dudes talk bad about certain fighters, bro. Sean Porter was with PBC, but you don't hear them talk bad about Sean Porter. He's on DAZN. He's on Top Rank. He's on Pro Box. He's doing Riyadh season events. Why? Because he's in the in crowd. So I just felt like
what? Because he worked with Conte?
Come on, you don't think so? Sean Porter's clearly on the right team. Because my thing is, they all say the same thing about PBC, but they never say this negative stuff about Sean Porter. They don't ever say nothing negative about him. He was with Snack. What makes him so different? So this is my thing. Like,
Sean Porter was getting beat up. That's why nobody be saying that.
I ain't gonna lie. Sean Porter beat the shit out of Paulie Malignaggi. I don't know how they do announcing together, because that fight, he whipped his ass. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think he stopped him like 4 rounds. I never seen Porter beat nobody like that. Like he got him out of there like 4 rounds.
Because Paulie ain't got no pop, so he just went in.
Yeah, but And you got to think too, right? Paulie been talking about steroids for years. He's been insinuating dudes is on steroids for years. Like Paulie knows the truth, bro. Like people look at, I think Paulie might be a little racially
Yeah.
biased, but when he talks about steroids and the corruption of boxing, he don't be lying. Like everybody we talk about on the panel, he's basically brought up and talked about. So
They don't want you talking about that part of boxing though. They don't like you talking about that.
nah, they want to ignore it. Like
that, they want to act like it's not a part of boxing, and when it happens, it's like, oh my god, like they're cheating. It's like it's the corruption is a part of boxing. Like it is what it is. Like you gotta figure out how to get around it.
Like with Tenzu, they said it's like I said, bad matchmaking, poor matchmaking on the PBC. You know, they failed them this, that, and the third. And it's like, what? Like, how is that the case? But then when this other dude gets his ass whooped, there's all kind of excuses. He wasn't prepared. It's just a joke, basically. Like I said, like, it's just an in-crowd thing. And I feel like right now PBC is just on outs. They just isolated. They're basically a man without a country right now. So depending on how sick Al Heyman is, I don't know. It might not look too good for them this year.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe it'll be better.
I'm not, because my thing is they really hush about the state that Al Heyman is in, so we don't know how bad it is. So depending on how bad it is, it might not go too well, man. I'm not gonna lie, because they've been trying to get this dude out the paint for years. I'm not trying to insinuate that they have anything to do with him being sick. I'm just saying, like, if Al Heyman removes himself from the helm of PBC, those guys that are there now, Tom Brown or Leon McGullis or stuff like that, or Louis the Cubas or Samson, they're not gonna have no problem entering a partnership with Turkey and these other dudes, and we're gonna see it go from there. So depending on how sick Al Heyman is, we're gonna see how good the year is gonna be. But me personally, I don't think it looks good for him. I think Turkey, he came in the boxing to checkmate them, and I think that's what he's doing. Now, can Al Heyman pull a last minute Hail Mary and effort and do what he gotta do? That's completely possible. But just everything that Turkey's done to put PBC at a disadvantage, whether it's the WBO, the WBA, the WBC, getting all the sanction bodies together, getting all of the promoters together, buying different arenas that dudes will host, and getting Tank's venue pushed back. Like there's certain things that make me go, all right, I see what Turkey's doing. So it depends how sick Al Heyman is, because it looks like they're in checkmate right now. They got.
But we don't know. We just look like that. We don't know what's really going on, because they'll fool around and come through with something. You'll be like, dang, I ain't even think about that.
They might, but you gotta think, right? You got all of the promoters under the same banner, all under Riyadh season. They all waving a white flag.
But it's not like all they fight. That's what I'm saying. Like you be like, oh, we got all these fighters under the same banner, but like, what fights is just?
All right, so
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying?
is, for someone like Tank, right? For all the marquee fights he wants, or to solidify his legacy, it's the reason why he's talking about retirement. Like all of the guys that he got to go through, there's a lot of politics involved, and Tank already chose his side. That's my opinion. I feel like Tank is loyal. He chose his side. Now it's gonna be hard for him to navigate to get a Teofimo fight or get a Haney. Well, Haney's finished. I ain't worried about him, but like
I don't know. I think Bob will work with him though, for real. I think Bob will work with him. I think he will now, because like he said, really the issue was the networks, and there's no more Showtime and ESPN involved. Then they could make fights. Now he could have just been saying that to be saying that, but if they both with Amazon, I don't see why you wouldn't make them fights, especially if the network, the streaming service is paying the fighters. I don't see why you wouldn't make the fight.
I think Bob, but you got to remember too, Bob on his way out. Bob is like 99 years old. Like, you don't got, not to say it like that, but he don't really got much time left neither. So yeah. I feel like someone like what's my man name? The stepson. What's his name, bro?
I know his son taking over. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name, but I just think that everything that Bob wants and what he envisions, I think they're probably just like, look, we're gonna let him think he's running a company, but he's really not though. So
now you remember when Shakur said they trying to push Bob out the company?
I agree. We'll see. Like I said, I think 2025 is gonna be a lot of eye-opening things that we're gonna see. And I want to see what Al Heyman and them are gonna do because I feel like they in checkmate right now. And you know, I'm a tank guy, I'm a PBC guy, but I gotta call a spade right now. They looking like they in checkmate, and we know that IBF is kind of like the the PBC belt. And I'm seeing interviews and I'm seeing articles talking about maybe the IBF we should get rid of that belt.
Yeah, you was telling me about that.
Yeah, they insinuating that they don't need the IBF no more because, like I said, like they've been stripping. You know, they strip a Canelo or strip a Usyk or strip a Fury. Like they're not trying to hear that shit right now. They
So
not.
they can't control them. They don't need them.
Yeah, they're not falling in line. Like I said, like the IBF is the only black owned sanctioning body. So you know Turkey and them definitely don't need that shit. So I just feel like 2025 is gonna be an interesting year. I gotta go to work in a few, so I ain't gonna hold up your time too much longer. Salute to you, salute to the panel. I don't know if you going live Sunday.
Yep.
All right, so I'll try to catch you because last time you canceled.
Last Sunday?
Yeah, I think last time you canceled, but you know, it was like the holiday season and stuff like that. So
All right.
yeah, salute to you. You know, it was good talking to you. I
All right,
missed
appreciate
about
it.
an hour and a half, but I'll be here Sunday.
All right, peace out.
All right.
Thank Big Supreme for coming up and joining me today and giving his 2 cents about the. I want to thank everybody for joining me today to talk this great boxing talk. Had a very interesting conversation. Listen, we don't always gotta just be talking about the most trending thing going on in boxing. We can talk about old stuff. We can bring it up and debate about it. Because I'm always interested. I can't believe like people could see Tyson Fury glove flopping and be like, oh, I don't think he cheated. But hey, everybody got their 2 cents and is entitled to their own opinion. But again, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Thank you for everybody that supported the channel, for everybody that sent super chat, for everybody that sent cash apps, for everybody that punched that like button, for everybody that punched that subscribe button. I'll be live again Sunday. I'll be live again Sunday at 5 p.m. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.